Yo, guys, what is up? Welcome to the Night Talk. God, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute
Technically for the show, yes.
since I've done my show. Wow,
Yes.
I almost forgot my intro there for a minute. That's horrible.
On your own time, my friend.
But guys, welcome back to the Night Talk. It is great to be back here on the Freedom Revolution Network. I've been doing preaching and everything, but with circumstances and holiday seasons, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in the mood to talk about really anything serious.
It's not really necessary.
Like
There's
it's
nothing really different going on.
right. It is different with just it being the holiday season, and it's I'm gonna say this. It's the holidays. We got Christmas coming in the corner. We have we have hopefully a better year coming in 2021. Praying to God, crossing my fingers that next year is better than this year, because this year's been shit.
Yeah, it has not been a very good year for most.
Hashtag this year ain't shit. Gene, good morning or good. Or I'm not gonna say good night, but hello. So guys, tonight we're fucking around like we normally do, and tonight we're actually gonna have a guest on. Tim was supposed to be here, but Tim has disappeared.
Yeah, I guess he got preoccupied with activities of some sort.
Or he's still horny from last night's conversation.
Yeah. Something like that.
Hey, you gotta admit, last night was freaking funny.
No, it was a good time.
And I'm hoping tonight for you guys is still going to be a good time, and we can kind of hopefully compare it to what last night was. I'm not saying that we will, but I'm not saying that we won't either.
Right.
Because last night was funny as shit.
Yes, it was. It was quite entertaining.
It's like this. It's like, how in the hell did we go from playing guitar and then about a half hour later fucking going like we ended up with a rated X show in the middle of the night?
Well, we didn't quite get to the rated X part, but we were definitely in the rated R.
Right? Michael Bodine's watching. Cody Holes is watching. What is up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. I'm looking at my Facebook page because I have to do that to see comments now.
Yes. Good evening, Gene. Good evening, Facebook folks.
Yes, good evening from me, host TLO. It's been a minute since we both went on here. We both went on a fucking vacay.
Well, everyone's got a lot of stuff going on, so. And then we're approaching the final hours before the holidays.
In the final hours before this New Year's is fucking over, this fucking year is over with, and we can start off fresh.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Dwayne.
You know what? Damn it, I am starting fresh no matter what. But what people gotta say, I'm starting fresh.
Right. We have to see what happens when we have the transition of power, so it might not necessarily be fresh. It might be back to the same old bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio is already protesting again, but that's besides the fucking point.
Right? So don't get like super like, because I've seen a lot of stuff postings and whatnot online, and a lot of people are, I think, trying to overcompensate because it has been such a shit year, but we can't get too ahead of ourselves,
Right. And guys, I will be putting up the call-in number, and I will be putting up the links. So pay attention for that coming up here in a minute. Here in a little bit. But man, let's talk about last night, because that was funny as shit, and I'm still fucked up over that.
Well, I would assume it's because you have a lot of extra time on the hands.
Well, before I called you, I was watching our prior episode.
Yeah, I could hear it in the background.
To figuring out where we went south and the show went down the gutter.
Well, I don't believe it was my fault.
For once, TLO, it wasn't your fault.
Oh, it's usually not my fault. It's most often it's Tim. Let's just be real. Tim usually has something snappy or triple X rated to say about things. So
it's either Tim or Scarlett. Then it goes.
Scarlett can pull some shit out of her ass.
Then it goes down to fucking gutter for the night. But I figured out where the show went wrong. Fucking Lee.
Well, Lee was kind of chatty.
And I have a feeling Lee will be back in here tonight on some fucked up shit that's going to make this show just go fucking down the gutter. In a good way.
Well, at this moment, I'm trying to fill my heart with all that warmth and joy that supposedly happens at this time of year. So,
you ain't fucking kidding. I'm gonna bring a buddy of mine on. I'm gonna send him the StreamYards link because he told me if I decided to bring him on, if I decided to go on air, to send him the link. So I'm gonna do that. And for anybody else who wants to join, oh, please be reminded this show is copyrighted by me, Dwayne Lanham, in the Freedom Revolution Network. If you want to use this show, just please ask. Please. All you got to do is ask me to use bits and pieces or the whole fucking show. I don't care. Just ask. And if opinions get taken as professional advice, you don't want professional advice from us. TLO, maybe. Me, no.
Right.
And now we see where the caffeine starts getting me.
Jacked up on caffeine, huh?
And jacked up on your favorite caffeine.
Gotcha.
See?
Little Code Red.
Oh, it's the only Mountain Dew that I will drink lately. I mean, I'll drink the regular one, but Code Red's been my favorite.
Yeah, there's nothing like an actual crisp, cold Code Red, especially when you have it on a warm summer day.
Right.
It's like drinking heaven.
Pam is here on Pam's Kurt. Pam is Kurt.
Yes, I know Pam is Kurt. Using Kurt's tablet.
And I sent him the link, so I don't know if he's going to go on. I'm going to send my buddy Cody the link because he's watching. So if you want to come on, fucker, you can come on. Anybody who wants to come on, you're more than welcome to. I don't know why I keep closing my Facebook.
Yeah, that's not good.
But everybody knows it's one of those. What the fuck? Dwayne, get your shit together, Dwayne. So, since TLO is here, I wanted to kind of do a review on something.
Yeah, go
I've
for it.
I've been playing the new Call of Duty Cold War.
Yes.
It's shit.
Ouch. I mean, from the most that I've heard, or the word, the beat on the street, that it's decent. It's nothing spectacular. It's kind of the same old, same old.
It's shit. And
And Ryan says it's shit.
I don't like it. I mean, zombies is fun.
Well, most people enjoy any sort of variation of zombies, whether it's Call of Duty or Halo and it's Flood and all that other bullshit. So
Hey,
when you
now
have the
you,
opportunity for some mass casualty zombie action, you tend to enjoy it.
I have been playing more of the new map lately, which is the new battle royale map they put out, which is fucking Rebirth Island, which I'll show you guys some gameplay from it. Because it's amazing how small this map is, but how action packed this map is, man. When you guys see it, you guys are gonna go like, what the fuck?
Well, that happens often on a very well designed compact map.
Well, this map is so compact that it is just it's stupid. My call
Well,
my
you have to
buddy.
remember, I come from fucking Halo and that world, and let me tell you, their online maps, some of those guys were really ridiculously small. I recall one from, I believe, Halo 3, where it was basically like this small little tower, and you basically just went up and down and just blew the hell out of each other.
Rebirth Island Warzone. Oh, now you're not gonna answer me, asshole.
Well, maybe you found something else to play with.
No, not Tim. My buddy Mike, who said he wanted to come on.
Uh,
Not happy about it. So, all right, here is some gameplay from Rebirth Island. And let me tell you something. When I say this is when I say this map is stupid, this map is stupid. I'm just trying to find the right video for you guys.
Right.
Right. Okay, so I found the one that I want. Watch your copyright stuff, Dwayne. Hey, I ain't gonna get hit for copyrights for this one, thank God. For once in my life. But this is like I said, this map is fucked.
It'd probably be easier to tell yay or nay if you could enlarge it a little bit.
I can make a big screen. Here, let me do this.
Long enough to work that out. I won't show you mercy. You showed me. I was in charge of the production of Nova 6.
Okay, this is not what I want.
Sure.
My star
This is you. Fuck you.
The Americans found us. That's
I don't want the trailer. I want freaking gameplay.
He could not break me. Tell you what, this is for Rebirth. For letting Rebirth fall, Kravchenko sent me to Gulag, where I found my true calling.
He's trying to bait you, Adler.
No shit.
Okay.
But if we don't stop him, civilians are gonna die. Do it.
Can I find decent gameplay? Like, for you guys to actually, like, watch? Okay.
I was about to say, is that a game?
Yes, this is a game. Here we
Oh,
go.
it said that loud crashing noise.
Oh, it was my mom.
Wonder what it makes
Yeah,
me
that's
for
great.
65th.
Hello? I need your attention for 2 seconds. Well, if you're a growth marketer and you don't believe.
Shut up.
Chill.
We'll be deployed shortly.
There you go. This is the pre-lobby. And as you guys can tell, right here it says 41 out of 45 players.
Right?
Okay. I'm gonna skip like 36 seconds because this is getting boring. All right.
Well, that's the thing is like
Time to kick this off.
this definitely shows my age and whatnot. I don't know. I've never really gotten into any of the Twitch or that sort of thing. Just sitting there and watching people play video games. I'd rather play video games myself than watch other people play video games. I mean, if I'm in the room with them and like watching them play, you know, talking shit, that sort of thing. But
Right. This is how big the map is right here. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit.
Got gas closing us fast.
That's literally how big the map is.
yeah, no, it's a very, very tiny map.
With 45 people.
Yeah, well, it's I forgot what they call it, but it's probably like a kill box map or whatever.
It's a hot box.
No, I thought that was later, Dwayne.
No, it's a fucking kill box when you go right into it, dude. You don't everywhere you
Well,
wait.
no, that's what I'm saying is like because it's a map that's generated that's so small and you have that many players digitally and like scientifically, if you apply physics, just almost every foot of that island is basically in the kill zone because of how many players. That's what I mean. It's like no matter where you go, you are in the kill zone. That's the whole point. Is like it's just kill, kill, kill.
Yeah, it gets stupid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like back in the day when my old ass was playing Halo 3 and Halo 4, it's like people would get like 150, 160 kills in games. But now they're like getting like hundreds.
Oh no,
This
dude.
is- It's insane. It's just like, oh yeah, no, I killed a couple hundred in the game. I was shooting a little off that day.
Oh no, and this one you're only getting fucking maybe 10, 15 kills.
Well, that's if you're playing with like the top tier guys and shit. The guys that are playing 20 fucking hours a day. And I know there's some of them out there that are still out there doing that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh no, multiplayer you'll get fucking people that are dropping 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 kills.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying is people are just machines that they're just on there constantly just going at it.
Damn it. Oof, that stuff is fucking strong my mom is using. Mom, what are you using?
stuff that Shane gave me.
That orange stuff?
No, that foam stuff.
Oh my god, it's
I'll open the kitchen window in a minute.
give me a minute, guys. My fucking god.
I didn't think it affect you.
That seems
Oh.
pretty intense there, Dwayne.
My asthma's gonna go flare through the fucking roof.
Yeah, that's not good.
Dude, she's in the kitchen and I'm in the living room and I can smell that.
Yeah, I highly doubt anybody's really gonna smell the spam that I'm slicing over here. So,
Oh, dude, I would love to smell that.
well, I definitely have plenty of it. Since we are in, crazy times, I thought I'd stock up on something that I know would last for a bit.
The kitchen window's open.
Thank you.
It's that stuff in a white can that says glass cleaner.
Oh, that shit.
Oh yeah, that stuff's pretty powerful.
You know, they got the rest out of the bathtub and everything at your own apartment.
Two. Yeah, there was rust and everything in my bathtub at my old place. Dude, when me and my ex broke up, dude, I let my depression get so bad. My mom and them walked in and had to help me clean it up because it was trashed. Dishes stacked up to the freaking cabinets, trash all over the place. And I was just,
Well, that's disgusting to even say.
Hey, you know what? It's the effects of depression.
Yeah, right. That's no joke. That's no joke. There's been plenty of times where this place has looked like super trashed.
Yeah, and plus the rust is because there was no water softener.
Yeah, I had that shit at the place I lived on my own for about 13 years. Like, new caretakers moved in and bought the place, and they just kind of ran it into the ground. I don't know if they're like doing it for some sort of tax shelter or whatnot, and it was a beautiful spot, great location in uptown Minneapolis. 120-year-old old like mansion, divvied up into apartments, and it was great when I first moved in there, but by the time they got done with it, that shit had like rust everywhere, like the bathroom sink, the bathroom bathtub, the kitchen sink.
Oh
Like,
my god.
the radiators would like stop working, and then everybody's heat would stop working, and it was fucked. It was fucked.
It's always fucked.
But now I'm in some sort of swanky place, and I got a pool and all that shit that I can't use because of the fucking COVID. I haven't cooked up some spam in a while, so we'll see how this goes. So, what holiday movies have you watched so far before the leading up to the holiday there, Dwayne?
Last night, just a couple nights ago, I watched The Grinch. The Jim Carrey version.
Yeah.
One night when I went to bed, I watched on my phone, Elf. And the night before that, I've been listening to Christmas music.
Yeah, I did that last night. I started listening to regular music, and then I switched to. Quick made a little holiday playlist and shit. So
it was.
Ooh.
It was just. I don't know. It's hard to watch Christmas movies and stuff this year.
No, it is difficult. Trust me,
Yeah,
I've bawled numerous times watching some of the shit.
A Facebook message from Teresa saying, I'm sending you a surprise message.
No, why?
Because I don't know if she sent it or if I should open it. I don't. But at the end of it, it says Teresa, whatever. I don't know if it's safe to open or if I should ask her if she sent it. I would ask her.
Sorry, my mom, my mom or something. Dude, just speaking of that, since we're on a situation, how many spam messages are you getting from people that are getting hacked?
I'm not getting any spam message, but my phone, like from certain, like, hold on, I'll show you what my phone does. Um,
This is how I actually got hacked, Teal, the first time from Facebook.
see, with numbers from like the throwaway phones, this is what my phone comes up as.
Yeah, that's a good thing about AT&T. You don't got to answer them now because they put on spam risk.
They're like 9-something numbers.
Yeah.
Well,
But
there are
no.
kind of numbers all over the place now.
Yeah, so me and my mom, like, right before voting,
But you gotta figure, I don't have the same number anymore, so.
right before the voting started, we started getting so many text messages, spam text messages. I started getting so many emails from President Donald Trump's team not knowing how the hell they got my phone number.
Mine was for all Biden for some reason, and it was phone calls and text messages.
My mom was Team Biden. My mom was getting emails from Team Biden. I'm getting emails from Team Trump. Now, mind you, I believe, Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, me and my mom are both non-party.
Well,
I might have got some from Trump. I don't know. They were just
to be honest, it comes down to the websites that you guys had visited, because that's how they've been watching us because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, TLO makes a good point. He was saying that we're probably getting all the emails and stuff because of the websites and stuff we're looking at.
Correct. So if you had any sort of liberal-leaning websites, they would be flagged for Biden. And if you were looking at maybe conservative or alternatives to, everybody's rah, you'd get Trump. So
Right.
Because they've basically broken it down. It's like if you confess to be a anti-vaxxer, then you're right wing because you're blah blah blah. You're against humanity and whatnot because you don't care about everybody else and don't want to wear a mask and all that and blah blah blah, and you're a villain. And then you have the people who are like pronounce themselves as Black Lives Matter, and then obviously they're thought of as like some crazy terrorist socialist network and all that. And so anytime you look at even like articles online regarding that in any form or fashion, like it gets flagged and they see it, and like the number of times, how long you stay there, how if you share it with anybody. That's why like I've never really shared any articles with anybody, because that's like one of the big flags when they're like watching people. It's like if you forward it or you send that shit, it like I guarantee you it automatically dings in their system. They're just like, oh, they just sent it.
Oh no, it has to. And like I've admitted on air, I'm a BLM supporter.
I am a BLM supporter, but I am a firm believer that there is definitely certain outside foreign entities that are funneling money into certain aspects and whatnot of the organization itself. I don't think everybody's out to get, capitalism and anybody who's white and this and that. They're not, hunting down the white devil or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, that's the thing. I've been having conversations with my staff at work, and it's been interesting because it's been quite a nice little balance between, politics and what's going on in the world, because everything is interconnected now. It's like you can't really talk about how are you today and whatnot without getting some sort of variation or aspect or perspective of politics, this pandemic, people's depressions, skyrocketing, like any of that. It's affecting everybody. So it's like not something that doesn't come up in conversation on a regular basis. So
Right. Yeah, that's how it is, and I have messaged these people and I've said, please stop sending me these. I don't want.
well, yeah, and it
Stuff.
doesn't even matter because they always keep just sending them and whatnot. Like no matter how many times we've had like Congress and different sort of bills or state laws or antitrust sort of lawsuits against all these sort of like the spams and no call lists and whatnot, and none of that shit works because we always pass it. And what happens? Do we stop getting those calls? Like no, and a lot of times we get more of them. Good evening, Casimiro.
Casimiro, what is up, my friend? How are we today? Sorry, yes, guys, I am laying down on my couch, and I know people are like, well, why are you laying down? You're doing your show. Because this is my show, and I can do what I want.
No, we don't do that.
Well, hey, I'm cooking myself dinner and wrapping presents and hanging decorations and lights. So
Now, wait a minute. No, I don't gotta be professional because Scarlett said I'm allowed to lay down on my show.
he's laying it out on the line.
I have to. Like, this is my show. If I want to lay down, I'm going to lay down on my couch. See, I'll just do this
I'm
too.
assuming it probably would mean you're more comfortable and a lot less likely to get tensed up. So.
Oh, yeah, dude. When I'm laying down on my couch, it's like I can lay down, I can chillax, look at stuff on, look for topics if we really ain't got any. Like tonight, we really don't. We're just talking. And you guys are joining the conversations with us. So.
Absolutely.
So I got an email last night from the topic we were talking about.
Are you
Yes.
okay?
Who said
Yeah, I'm just laying down. Oh, my asthma? Yeah, but I'm kind of okay because I'm laying down, so.
No, I'm at your head.
I mean, it's not as bad as it was. It's still there, but not as bad. It's right here.
Do you think having a headphone on right there is going to help the fluid by your earbone?
Yeah, but no, and then, as I finally go and get tested for seizures on the 29th to start my seizure process.
Isn't that like a Tuesday?
Calendar. What part of the East Coast cast? Last week I went 14-2 in my NFL picks. For winners, screw you. That's what I say about the NFL right now. The 29th
a
is
lot
a
of people have
Tuesday.
actually the viewership has dropped off a bit in the last couple of weeks. I think people are just kind of, as I said, kind of just relaxed or trying to do as best they can to relax or enjoy the holiday season as best as they can, no matter what holiday they celebrate.
Whose birthday is on the 21st of March? Oh, duh. Wow.
What's that, Dwayne?
That's my birthday.
Did you just forget your own birthday?
I'm not going to talk about that. Right?
All right. Fair dues.
As I'm sitting here laughing at myself, yes, I forgot my own birthday. I can't believe I'm sitting here. Easter is on the 5th Sunday of the month. There's an Easter Sunday in it. There's 2 days of Easter this year?
What?
Easter Sunday and Easter Monday?
Okay, what is that?
I don't know, but I'm sitting
I
here.
definitely never heard of that.
I'm gonna delete this calendar event. Yellow, I'm gonna send you a text message and you're gonna go oof. So I guess in my calendar for the 21st, I guess I still have mine and Julie's wedding day in there when we were supposed to get married. Can I just say oof?
Yes.
It's deleted. Mackenzie, if you're watching this, no, I did not know it was here. Let's see what other fucking days I have set. Election day. Election day for November 2nd, 2021. What? TLO help?
What's saying what about election?
They said election day is November 1st, 2021.
Interesting. Are they doing weird? Are they changing the calendar and not like telling people or something?
That's what I want to know.
Because
Let's
I was
go.
just trying to figure that out, and I'm like, that definitely doesn't sound right.
I was going to say I'm in the doghouse. Never mind. No, I'm not. Fuck. I didn't wish me and my fiance a happy 1 year anniversary today. I'm in the doghouse.
That's not good. That is not. This is not good.
I texted. Can I make a quick phone call?
Yeah, go right ahead, Dwayne. Make a quick phone call.
Sorry, I don't want to be in the doghouse.
Yeah, go right ahead. Well, while he tries to remove himself from the doghouse, how are people this evening? Casimiro, Gene, if you're still out there, Pam.
So, I'm going to be in the doghouse here for a minute.
Oh,
I forgot.
It's a bit early on in the broadcast to get in it. Oh, Dwayne. Well, you know, that's what happens when you got a lot of stuff on your mind. It happens to a lot of people. My boss at my job completely forgot about an entire conversation that we had. It was kind of interesting. Called me out of the blue today on my day off in the weekend and went over like the same stuff that we had gone over together yesterday. So I was like, okay, yeah, I heard you the first time. It's all good, all taken care of. So people are probably just forgetting, spacing stuff out. A lot of people have a lot of stuff on their mind. Families, lack thereof. Maybe you actually look out and get to see yours. I don't know. There's a lot of states out there that are suffering. So we'll see. I know a lot of people are just going to take and go ahead and see their families just because they are in an emergency situation of needing human contact and connections. So you'll see a lot of people probably breaking quarantine or shelter at homes, or I believe there's actually a few places in California that have like a martial law that's going on. So that's kind of crazy and scary on a bunch of different levels. And so a lot of crazy stuff in these times. People are forgetting about it. So hopefully people are taking their angst out as far as that goes in the form of civil disobedience and going and being with their families. Yeah, I know people want to say it's the one of those super spreader events for COVID and all that, but I believe that there's enough COVID out there that pretty much anywhere you go nowadays, it's there. You know, whether you're with your family, whether you're going to the grocery store, going to Target, or what do you guys got out there?
Walmart, Giant Eagle, Kroger's,
Yeah,
Aldi's.
Kroger's is probably like your guys' Target.
We have a Target out here.
You guys got some Targets?
Oh, do we have a bunch of Targets?
I know they're like fucking roaches. I'm not even gonna lie.
We have
Go ahead.
we have a Target here in Massillon, a Target in Belden, a Target in. Probably have a Target in every fucking city. We have a Target in North Canton.
Well, you have to keep in mind, Dwayne, that I am current resident of the hometown of Targets. And to be honest, there is technically only 8 Targets in the city of Minneapolis. And I'm sorry, when I went to Chicago the last time, which wasn't too long ago, it was actually at that point in time in history where there was the blizzard that shut down both O'Hare and the other international airport or whatever out there, Midway or whatnot. I got stuck out there, and I swear I was shocked. I shit you not at how many fracking Targets there are in, especially downtown Chicago. I mean, absolutely shocked. There is literally one almost every 5 blocks. I am not even fucking kidding. I was on the L, and like me and at the time my companion and partner in crime were stuck there, and we both were just we started taking pictures because we were just like, we come from, you know, the damn hometown, the HQ headquarters city of Target, and they got like more per capita than we got, like in a fraction of the city. Because obviously Chicago is pretty massive. It's you take Minneapolis, which is a decent sized city. It's definitely not large by any means, but it's a decent sized city, and you put it next to Chicago, and it's kind of silly. It's just like, wow, like this city goes on for like miles.
Right? And dude, like, I would say I would never, ever go to fucking Target on Black Friday.
Well, it used to be nutso, but given this, situation with the virus and whatnot, it's a different boat. Because like I kind of explored a little bit on Thanksgiving, which before, like when consumerism and shopping and everything was like super hip and super like everybody's doing it, everybody can do it, no social distancing or any of that bullshit. So people were waiting in lines around the block at Targets on Thanksgiving to get in there at, I believe, 7 o'clock is when they opened them up here on Thanksgiving. It was approximately 5 or 6 years ago that they started doing that on Thanksgiving. But it was massive. Like people would just, because I went to one night and it was insane. It was. And so I totally get it. Like I saw some of that where people were literally breaking out into fights to try and get TVs and fucking Xbox Ones and all sorts of shit, And it was just like watching the worst aspects of humanity. And I was just like, I can only do it for like a short period of time, man. I basically went there and cleaned it out for the movies, the Blu-rays and the DVDs, because they're always like, well, they used to always have like a decent selection and like $4 or $5 DVDs and like $8-12 Blu-rays and shit like that. So you could just stack up and buy a bunch of nice little gifts for your family, especially your extended families, all your cousins and aunts and uncles and that sort of thing.
Right? And it's like, when I said I will never go to Target on Black Friday ever again, because we were going, it was when Julie was pregnant. We went to Black Friday. And we went. And I went to grab something for my game system. And this dude literally throws me. And tries to take it from me. Like,
did you let him?
Bitch, no.
Well, there you go. That's what I mean. Everybody just starts getting all crazy and like, ooh, this is mine. I'm taking it. I'd have been like, damn, like I guess if you really need it that damn much, shit. I don't know. I've never bought into all that sort of shit. That's why I've never owned an iPhone, because I believe that's like one of the true icky icons of capitalistic scum that you can get. And it's so funny that most of these people that consider themselves like socialist and super left wing are like sitting there and bitching about that shit, and all the conservatives and how they're fuckers or whatever the new thing is nowadays on their fucking iPhones. I'm just sitting there like, this is funny. Like, yeah, this is funny. And that's probably a new one, right? Yeah, no, that's the newest one you can get, right? How long did you wait in line for that shit? Oh, what, 3-4 hours? Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Right? And so, like, dude, I'm just like,
yeah, you're something right now, man. I thought you were telling a story, but you're getting kind of lost there, my friend.
hey, Ma. go see if my mom will go grab my inhaler.
What?
Will you go grab my inhaler?
Yeah, I have to be right.
Holy shit, this thing fucks with you.
Which thing fucks with you?
This shit that she's using.
Oh. That stuff's still kicking your ass, huh, Dwayne?
Which one do you want?
I'd probably suggest
Both.
opening some fucking windows, man.
She has the kitchen window where the source of it is open.
Well, you gotta get one from like the front room so you can get that direct vent sort of effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because yeah, even if you just open one window, like basically, it just allows the shit to kind of creep out, kind of like you would think of like a smoke or a steam stack. And so if you open up a window sort of in the opposite end, it kind of creates a little vacuum and pushes a lot of the shit through. So
Yeah, dude, it's just like my asthma's fucking just like can't breathe. And I'm going like, fuck.
well, doesn't sound like you're gasping yet, so that's a good sign.
No, that's what inhalers are made for.
Yes, indeed.
It's what inhalers are made for. One of the greatest inventions out there. In about 15 minutes after taking said one inhaler, I will mute myself because I will be hacking.
Oh, definitely don't do that then.
So it's like being asthmatic is like not one of the greatest things to ever happen.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
The reason I am asthmatic is because I had an upper respiratory infection that wasn't caught in time. Thank you. God, I fucking can't breathe. And I'll show you guys how I administer an inhaler. This is going to be the cool part. For people that don't know, with the way I have to administer my inhalers, normally I have a chamber, but I don't know where my chamber's at this moment. So I can take this one apart. So cool. It comes with a little canister. This is where the medication comes out from, which is right here.
Right.
This is a Primistine mist epinephrine inhalation aerosol, 0.125 milligram per spray. So sometimes when you get an inhaler, they come together. Sometimes they don't. And this is what they look like. So I will administer the inhaler into the machine, into the pump.
It should get better. I got a fan blowing everything I spray.
I'm gonna open up. Which window can I open up in here, Castillo? Okay, I'm gonna open that one up. So on this one, it has.
These ones go right in the dining room.
So this one has a counter on the back of it, which right now I'm between 60 and 80 puffs. So I'm gonna say about 75 puffs left. And I take two and I wait to take a drink, to take a hit of my inhaler, right?
Right.
I take a drink, I let the medication sit, and then I'll shake it one more time. Everyone asks, what's the point of shaking an inhaler? The medication inside of the inhaler, inside the part where the medicine comes out, the liquid medication, it's not liquid, but the powder medication inside the inhaler can get hard. So shaking it up forces the medication to come out. And I got to be plugging the hole while I do this. I administer it into the mouth. So you guys will hear me take a deep breath in. I'll exhale like you just heard me do.
And no, folks, he ain't getting blazed.
And then I'll hold the medication in. So what this does is by holding the medication in, it forces the medication all the way down into the lungs, besides it sticking in the back of your throat like it would do.
Correct.
If this doesn't help, I have a steroid inhaler.
I had that for a bit. I forgot what it was for.
This one,
No, I had like the ancient versions. The
This one?
crackers. Yep. Correct.
so this is a rescue inhaler. This is considered what they call a rescue inhaler. It's if I go into an asthma attack, anybody can administer this inhaler to me.
The one with the steroid, you're supposed to take regularly.
The one with this, I have been. I'm at 27 puffs. It came with 160.
Right.
I got to call my family doctor and get a refill on my inhaler. This is a steroid inhaler. I take 2 puffs of this a day. I haven't taken it yet, so I just took that one. So I'm going to wait about a half hour. Once this medication kicks in, then what I'll do is I'll go behind it. Or what, Mom? Should I only take 1 puff of this since this one's basically the same thing?
You don't take your other inhaler, you take all the steroids.
No, I took the first one. I took the Primistine.
No, you don't. You take the steroid when you end.
So if my breathing doesn't improve within the hour, I will go behind it with this. This is a little pro tips for you guys. So this inhaler, here's the mouthpiece. So it actually stays closed. Right here. I was just getting ready to type that. Thanks, Tilo. So this one, I open up. The mouthpiece this is the mouthpiece, right where my finger's at. Now how I deliver this one is by a little lever. I'm going to solo screen real quick, TLO, so they can see. So there's the little lever right here, which I'll pull back, which administers the medication. So when I take it, I'm not going to pull the lever. I got to keep it like this. Not like this. Not like this. The mouth covering the whole mouth, the mouthpiece. Pull that lever back. Breathe that in. I have to hold that one for about 15, 20 seconds. And then come back with another one about a minute later and then rinse my mouth out because of the steroids. So that's how both inhalers are administered. So next time you guys find someone with an asthma attack and you don't know how to use one of these, just put it in the mouth, make sure they get an exhale out. And when you're pressing this button, which brings the medication out, make sure they inhale with the meds.
Right.
It's the best way. It's the only way you can do it. It's the only way you can possibly save somebody's life. So, like, I've actually had to have steroid treatments in the hospital because of my asthma acting up so bad. Like, I was in the hospital this year for my asthma during COVID, and they had to administer a steroid. breathing treatment to me.
Ouch.
It doesn't hurt. Actually,
I don't know. I mean, if they have to do that,
It's bad because I use
that
Pine Sol too.
it's extra protection during that time. You know?
It's not good.
mm-mm.
So,
It's not the Pine Sol that's bothering me. As long as you don't use that canned stuff. Like, if I would have known you were going to use that canned stuff, I would have went upstairs.
I told you I was getting ready to use it.
Well, next time we know, before you use the can, let me know so I could leave the vicinity
The
of.
only thing in here smells Pine Sol. That smell that you're smelling now.
Yeah, it's not that. It's now just the effects of that canned shit just really fucking with
I know,
my
I had-
lungs.
I covered my. I was like this.
Shit's strong, man. Like, Shane, like, so the stuff she was using
Don't say something. Don't say where you're from.
is it's a grease removal, and Industries use it. He bought this off the shelf, but they also use it at his work to clean saw blades off, like the cleaner saw blades.
And it's also glass cleaner.
And it's-
shine on.
And it's also a glass cleaner, so they shine them.
Yeah.
Well, this is the stuff that that me and him have used on our hands in his garage after, working and getting our hands all oily and everything.
I'll take grease out of the driveway.
And it will take grease out of it. It's that strong, will take grease out of a driveway. Not something you should really be using on your hands, but we use it anyways.
I got the burners. So
Attaboy, Dwayne.
burners are stacked.
Huh? What do you say, TLO?
I said, attaboy, Dwayne.
Well, since my mom in here, she can talk if she wants to.
I play.
Speak up so the computer can catch
No, I
you.
say attaboy, Dwayne, because you use it and you probably shouldn't.
I play.
You can talk. I just need to speak up.
No, I'm just telling you.
Now you're telling the world.
I put a burner down and sprayed it. Put the other one down, sprayed it. Put the third one down, sprayed it. Put the fourth one on top, sprayed it. So they're all sprayed. And then I just kind of went like this. And then I could see like the grease and stuff dripping off of them. So I sprayed them like 4 times. And then when the hot water wasn't rinsing as much off as I wanted to, I sprayed them again.
Are they looking shiny new?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're out of SOS pads and wire pads, so there's not much.
I'll go get some tomorrow because I have $5 left.
No. They ain't worth all that. You can stand there and scrub them like that.
I might. Hold on a minute, TLO. I'm going to mute myself.
As he steps away yet again. We'll see. I believe that there are a few movies. I'm thinking, what is it? Wonder Woman 1984 that's going to be released in the theaters upcoming. So we'll see if Hollywood and the movie theaters will stay on the same page during the pandemic, as it does seem with the HBO Max deal and showing new movies simultaneously on said streaming service at the same time of release of movie theaters, which basically kind of is a middle finger to actors and producers and grips and lighting and makeup artists and all those people who put in millions of hours of dealing in COVID situations on movie sets with a-holes such as Tom Cruise. So,
Speaking of Tom Cruise, TLO, since so I'm going to play an audio sound that I sent to a friend of mine. This is Tom Cruise going off on somebody.
no, I know. I heard it. I think most of the world has probably heard it by now, just because we're in the COVID time, so everybody's online. And yeah, he goes on his little tirade and shit, even though other people have seen him on set doing exact said activities being in close proximity within the 6 feet
We do this to each other.
and
Relax.
doing it without a mask.
Yeah, just I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna put up my mic and listen to this because it's just this. I started dying. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Yes. Why are they calling me?
Yeah, it just connected.
What the hell did you guys do? Where are you guys?
We're still our house.
Aren't you guys supposed to be coming over?
What?
You guys are supposed to be coming over.
Well, last we knew you were on your video.
You guys can still come over. He's in bed. Come on. I'm getting off here. I'm on air. Love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
God, Jesus. People are bothering me too much.
Well, you
But-
gotta let them know that, you know, you're doing your show.
But here's the sound.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And if I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too. And you too. And you. If you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. You did a industry. So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies.
Yeah, when I said he went off, he went fucking. You could hear he went off.
Yeah, he is such a drama queen. It's freaking hilarious. Because he's totally playing it up, man. Like, I'm sorry, I've met a few Scientologists and former Scientologists, and there's a lot of oddness with that thing, you know. I always try and give every faith-based construct its benefit of the doubt, but that one I have a little bit. It's a little suspect. So I watched all the Leah Remini, her show, her award-winning show. I believe it won an Emmy.
Yes, it did.
Talking in regards to the ongoings and daily operations of said religion. It seems like it's not good, man. Like, I went to a few of their spots here because they used to have a lot of offices here in Minnesota, and I tried one of their little testing things or whatever, and they said, you know, oh wow, you can do this and blah blah blah, and you could possibly be one of the C guys and whatever, blase blase. I was just like, this sounds like a fucking car salesman thing. Like, I don't know.
Right?
It doesn't sound like religion. I don't know. Like, I totally believe there's a place for faith, as I being a Taoist, have my own faith, and I don't knock anyone else's faith. I don't assume that my faith is the ultimate faith or it trumps anybody else's. That's the only issue I have with other religions, is if they say, oh, you can only believe in us, otherwise, you know, you're fucked or this and that. And it's like, well, you know, you should be able to go your own path, and, you know, what happens, what may be, may be. You know, I've been watching a lot of House MD on DVD and shit, and there's a lot of people don't realize how amazing that television show was at the time in the early aughts to I believe
House.
2010, 2011ish. it has some really thought-provoking themes and social issues and this and that, and it approaches it with an actual like thought process. It's not just there to be like showing off and like, oh, like this person's bad because they believe this sort of thing, and you make fun of them and put them down, or they're the losers or this and that, and like there's a lot of that going on in television. It actually like points out the two different perspectives, the either side of any issue, and it makes you actually think about it. And that's what television used to be about, as opposed to just whatever check marks and checklists they have going on. It is getting kind of ridiculous. And this is coming from a person of color. I will put out there. This is a minority that is saying that. This is a minority who is independent, has leaned left. Some ideas, a lot of people say I'm kind of conservative. I don't know if I let my German side out. And yes, that is a reference to certain aspects of my German history, but still.
Right.
People need to just stop with all these assumptions, stop with all these putting everybody else down. Because, like, if we really want to get rid of COVID, if we really want to find out cures to this shit, if we really want to avoid any sort of fucking disaster with, say, Cascadia going off and having California drop off into the ocean, we need to start fucking pulling our heads out of our asses and working together. And it doesn't matter, like, seriously. Like, if the end times were happening, we've all seen the movies. We've all seen, 2012, fucking Armageddon, fucking Deep Impact. Now we've got The Stand coming out. And, just on and on and on. Mad Max, Fury Road, like, all of that. People have choices whether or not they help other people or they become total assholes and just are like the evil, icky Mohawk guy that has got his little pet boy lover and likes to, have arrows shot through his ass.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember that shit. We'll have that sort of structure. If we don't pull our heads out of our asses and actually like work together, we're going to end up in that sort of thing. We're already on the edge, on the brink of that. And for me, it's ridiculous. This is my soapbox moment, because this is the only thing I've really had on my mind. It's the holidays, and we shouldn't have any sort of like division, especially with the shit that's going on. I don't give a fuck if there's people out there that hate my guts just because I'm black and they perceive, I'm some, whatever, ignorant minor race, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I would break bread with them. I would have a beer with them. Like, I swear on everything, on my life, on my mother's life, all of that. Like, I don't care what bullshit you may believe in. Like, seriously. Like, it's your belief. Good for you. Good on you, man. Keep doing it. Keep doing whatever the hell you want. If it makes you happy, if you feel fulfilled, then whatever. There's people that want to worship whatever deity. It's like, it doesn't matter. Just, we need to realize that at the moment, we are still all humans. And there's a lot of shit that's affecting all of us, and that can affect all of us. And we need to stop all this bullshit, because it's not going to end well if we do. If we keep doing the same things that we're doing now, it's not going to end well, just straight up. So everybody
never ended well for us.
Well, yeah. So everybody out there who's listening or may listen at any point, if they ever do watch our stuff, because we do just kind of bullshit and whatnot, seriously, just be kind to one another, because in a lot of ways we are all in this together. And yes, there are a lot of people who are definitely less affected by what's going on than others, but that has been that way since pretty much the beginning of mankind. So let's just drop all that bullshit, try and enjoy the holidays, try and enjoy each other, and yeah. Have some cocktails out there, folks. Have some cocktails. Have some sex for me, because that shit ain't happening. So You know, go out
Fuck.
there, make love to the people that you love and care about, because you know we got a lot of shit going on, and you never know. You truly don't. So, like, since we're on the brink, just go out there and do the best you can to have as much positive moments as you can. That's what it comes down to. So that's my soapbox for the night.
MGTOW ain't lying either. I think at this point, if you aren't red pilled yet, you probably won't be.
Basically, yeah, that is what it comes down to. Like if you aren't considered woke or whatever, I don't even like that term because it's such a it seems it's once again going back to that, if you have like liberal socialist ideas, it's like a freaking brand. It's not even like an actual movement anymore or anything like that. It's like a brand. Like I actually believe there's shirts out there that are getting money. People are making money off of shirts that say woke. So you're trying to tell me that it's an actual like legitimate movement where people are actually making change and not being part of a capitalistic, patriarchal, blah, 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 this and that. It's like, well, you're wearing the woke shirt that how much did you pay for that? $21.99? You know, like seriously, people, like stop it. Just stop it.
Right.
Look around. Read the room, as my ex would say. One of her gems, because she definitely had some.
Just knock it the fuck off already.
Seriously. Just knock it the fuck off.
Dude, we're not. This is why Dwayne loses
Like,
faith in
seriously.
humanity.
It's just like, it's mind blowing. I look around and it really is. I just watch people and like all these things that are happening. I'm just like, what is going on? It's like reality is falling apart, and it's basically it's all on us. You want to know whose fault it is? Look in a fucking mirror. Like seriously, that's whose fault it is.
'Cause I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
I just watched that movie. If you know which one I'm talking about.
No, which one are you talking about?
The Lego Batman movie.
Okay, now I know which one you're talking about. There's so many movies that use that song.
There are a few, but I was trying to go for the more recent of them.
Right, and guys, ignore me if you guys see me doing something. I'm running a test on Twitch real quick, because after I'm done here, which will be after like another hour or two, I'm switching over.
This
to
is
Twitch.
exactly true. Right here, MGTOW. You've got the point right there, my friend. It's like you sit there and you're chanting all these things and like tear down the patriarchy and capitalism. And yeah, though I've seen those things online. They're like $30, and some of them even go higher if you have like the specialized ones, and some of them have the vents and shit like that. And where's all that money going? Like, do they tell us where the what they're applying as far as like services to the community and shit? Like, honestly, like I haven't heard what their budget is, what they're allocating to this and that, especially since they are an organization now, as it were. It's like if they were, you know, quote unquote transparent as they expect everybody else to be, then like what are you using this for? And I'm sorry, but I see a lot of them, and they're driving nice cars and, you know, living in nice neighborhoods. And I don't know. I'm sorry. I know a lot of this comes down to perspective, and if your perspective has always been from a point of higher, so, you know, elitism, classism, all that shit, that's another thing that's more detrimental to society than capitalism or socialism or anything of those things. It's all this, you know, I'm better than you and whatnot. And we've done that in culture and movies and video games and this and that. And even the interactions we have with each other, it's very competitive. It's to top one another, and I've been guilty of it on various occasions. I watched House for quite a long time, and I enjoy the banter. Even when I grew up in a somewhat higher educated family on my stepdad's side, and so I would actually, be at Christmases, would have that sort of banter,
Love you.
that sharp wit. And so I grew accustomed to it. I grew a thick skin. Any of those sort of jokes and barbs that you see on House, if you watch any of the old stuff, a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle. It would break their fragilities. And so, yeah, people, you need to just stop being so weird towards one another and stop being so self-involved. Stop looking at the world through your fucking iPhones. Like, straight up. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, yeah, do you hear the intonation in my voice? I'm fucking dead serious. Just stop it. Because, like,
just fucking stop.
It's not going to end well. You think it is because you've kind of grown up and you've been fed, like, this sort of narrative, and you kind of follow along, and you've been kind of swept away. You've been swept away in the current, because it's a current, it's a life force, whatever. And you've allowed yourself to be overwashed like a tsunami, because that's the kind of things that are going on right now. Emotions, lifestyles, everything. It's a tsunami. It's back and forth and extreme. It needs to stop being such a competition amongst everybody. We need to just stop. If you see somebody that needs a little help them. You don't have to give them your house, anything like that. Just here and there where you can. I know some people think that they've got a bigger package, or people will perceive that if they give more or do more in their community or volunteer more, or, oh, hey, I worked at the food shelf and blah, blah, blah. What do you do for the community? All that bullshit. It doesn't matter, man. You don't have to be like a part of some sort of group or organization. Just be nice to one another. Like, that's what it comes down to.
I'm charged. Alright, love you. Sorry about that, TLO. I was running a test on something.
I was wondering what was going on.
Well, my mom was saying she's going to bed too. Twitch.tv goes to 32:30. Alright, guys. So in the chat, you guys are going to see it pop up. Sorry, I was running a test. I'm streaming on another software. I have permission from Scarlett to promote this destination. And TLO, you've known I've been doing this for a while.
Sure.
I'm streaming over on Twitch on Twitch, twitch.tv/GhostHunter3230 is the channel. You guys want to go check it out, watch me play a couple games tonight. Please stop in, watch, subscribe, not subscribe, follow, like, share it out. I will be doing it the same here soon on the Freedom Revolution Network stuff to start getting us subscribed. Not subscribed, but affiliated. So I'm working on 2 accounts at once. That's one thing I've been wanting to announce for. I just didn't know when I was going to do it. And like now it's kind of official that I'm doing this, since my internet's cooperating with me, and I think they upgraded my internet on accident. So my internet's running a lot better because I can run on a 600 bit rate and actually stream Call of Duty. So it's like I can sit here and do this and do everything, and I'll have to use the bathroom, but I'll wait for a little bit because I've been doing everything else and trying to talk at the same time. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages and everything fucking right now. It's a lot of people. A lot of people are struggling tonight.
Yeah, well, a lot of people aren't used to doing all these activities, trying to bake cookies, trying to, clean the house if, you may or may not have a family member or two over.
Right.
everything is all affected by how the world is turned. And it is hitting us, especially given it is basically a week before. So,
Right. And I think we're going to have a guest come on. He just messaged me. So, TLO, I said at the beginning of the show we were going to have a special guest come on.
yes, you did.
I don't know where the fuck he disappeared to.
Didn't we just call you?
He messaged me. I don't know what the fuck he's doing because he's not answering his phone, but I told him when I went on I would send him the link, and I did, and he went like, what the fuck is this? And now I'm calling him. Then watch him not be answering his phone. Watch him actually be in the Xbox. La, da, 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 da.
That would
What
be
the fuck
problematic.
do you want?
I'm on air, bitch. I told you I'd fucking call you.
Oh yeah, you did. Shit.
So get the fuck off the game.
Fuck you. I'm trying to get my fucking last mission.
Well, fucking pause it.
Okay.
Fucking get on. I sent you the link through StreamYards already.
Alright.
And then join.
Alright, give me that.
All right, bye. Well, I found where he disappeared to. He was playing the new Cyberpunk game.
Yeah, I thought that kind of humps the pooch.
He went like, the fuck
Which
you
is
went?
sad because, you know, I haven't gamed for at least 5-6 years, and I was anticipating or looking forward to that game, and it's been rolled out and it's been disastrous, and now I believe I saw that Sony has yanked sales of it for the Xbox, PC, and
That would be Microsoft, bub.
PS5.
Microsoft didn't yank it yet.
Well, I thought it was of midnight Friday night or whatever.
No, they're not yanking it. Xbox just came out with a statement earlier today saying they're not yanking it since they're Cyberpunk did say they're gonna go in and fix it.
From the amount of bugs I heard and seen on a lot of the, you know, YouTube, Twitch sort of things, like it looks like it's not very well conceived.
Motherfucker, I'm still waiting for you to buy an Xbox.
Well, I'm still waiting for there to be like shit and reason too. I don't know. Like I'm either at work or I'm sitting here and it's like, yeah, I can buy that stuff and then sit here and do video games, but I'd rather like fucking clean the house or do what I'm doing tonight, which is like wrap gifts and put up lights and make things look as merry and bright as I possibly can in this fucked up world.
Moi? Hello?
What?
Me? I'm the fucking reason you need to buy an Xbox, asshole.
I'm sorry, but you know, even to the best of my friends, I've never bought consoles for their enjoyment. So,
It's not for your enjoyment, so we can kick ass together.
yeah, you just said it right. It's not for my enjoyment; it's for yours.
All right, hold on. Big Mike's coming on. What's up?
About time you get me on here.
You know what? I did say I would
No,
get
I
you
know,
on here.
I know.
It's just it's been finding the time.
Oh, Dwayne, you are getting kind of good at those. I'll just put that out there.
Do you know what? Now look. Now wait a second.
Oh no!
You trust me, he's never been good at timing. Trust me.
Don't go there.
Hey, let me just ask my best friend to give me a ride to fucking Cincinnati today, even though he wants me to fucking turn around and do it Wednesday.
That does sound like someone I know.
It sounds just like Dwayne. He does everything last minute.
But it's technically it's not a last minute thing. It's still like 6 days away, 5 days away.
Not even. And then to sit there and hit me up, be like, would you do a 50? Fuck no. It's clear across the state.
And
this guy, he act like I'm a charity fund or something.
Wait till you get your own
Yeah.
car and you realize, ooh, going to Cincinnati like once a week or once every 2 weeks, that ain't easy. That's rough.
No, that's a distance.
Now, Mike, wait a minute. We went to Pennsylvania and only filled your car up twice.
Yeah, but that was because I wanted to go do it. There's a difference between something I want to do and something that someone else needs me for.
Actually, it was my idea to go to Pennsylvania.
No, that was after we had realized we were like an hour away from there.
So, funny story. We're fucking just, all of us fucking just, me, Pat, our buddy Austin, and Mike decided, because we were on a fucking streak of just going on fucking midnight rides and fucking ending up anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So,
drive to nowhere.
yeah, so we fucking...
Yeah, it's for the moment kind of thing.
So we fucking realized we're about an hour and a half away from Pennsylvania. So who the fuck do we call? Because my fucking GPS is being retarded. So we fucking call Scarlett.
So I never went to Wawa's.
Still never went to Wawa's.
Right.
And she goes like, the fuck y'all going to PA for? And she goes like, Dwayne, does your mother know about this? I support the decision anyways. I'm like, my mom doesn't give a fuck what I do. And Mike even heard that morning, she doesn't care what I do.
As long as she knows what he's doing ahead of time.
Which she didn't know about me going to Pennsylvania at all.
Fair.
I mean, nobody really knew that we were going to PA.
I texted my mom, like, while we were on our way there while she was asleep, like, hey, I'm heading to Pennsylvania. I love you. I'll be home in the morning. Not really knowing if we would be home in the morning, where the fuck we were going to end up next.
Right.
But fucking Scarlett gets us on fucking route. I finally get lined up with my GPS, and she's looking, going like, how the fuck? Mike's sitting there going like, how the fuck do you two do this together? When we do disaster relief for 4.5 years, we figure each other out. Only one condition: we were supposed to go to a Wawa's fucking gas station and get food.
Text.
Yeah.
Still never went to Wawa's.
Exactly.
You can ask Mike. When we were in Pennsylvania, I Googled Wawa's, and there was no Wawa's in the area. There was no such thing.
All right.
I mean, given the fact knowing Dwayne, he probably misspelled it. So.
Right.
Wawa's, W-A-W-A-S, Wawa's, W-A-W-W-A-S.
We'll just blame Scar. It's her fault.
We'll blame Scarlett.
There you go. That's top notch thinking.
So, do you know what? I since Mike's here, I do want to bring up a topic since he's here. So, Mike.
Better watch the topic. You know how I am.
Well, this is how we all feel about this situation, so you're good. So, the protests in Ohio have started back up again.
I don't leave the building I'm in, so I don't get to see them.
Mike was a delivery driver.
Yeah.
Mike, I want you to tell them your experience about the fuck you went through with that.
I mean, it really wasn't an experience. It was just more so they were messing around with what my job was and the fact that I was trying to make money. I mean, I'm one of those people that you start messing with my business and how I make my living, then I'm going to have an issue. They could have protested in the middle of nowhere and I wouldn't have cared, but you want to protest where I got to make my money and my living? Nah, we're going to have an issue.
And that's how TLO felt, too, because during the protest, TLO, you had a gun and a knife pulled on you, didn't you?
I've had that all my life, so it wasn't any big deal, but it was just irritating because, well, just at the time it was kind of more of a nuisance. And that's kind of how I operate in my life. Is I deal with bullshit like that all the time. So
he brings up the protests, and like I didn't have any issues with protesters, like being disruptive or anything. Dwayne asked because, well, Dwayne thought it was a good idea to go protest and then jump in my car after getting maced. But
I didn't get maced. I got hit with gas.
Oh, even better.
No, I was working one night. This is probably like 2-3 months ago.
Because both
And I'm
linger
on-
heavily in clothing, so
Right.
But
exactly.
like I was delivering to one of the more worser parts from where we're from, and I turn around at the end of this road, and next thing I know, I got this guy on my rear, and I pull over thinking he's an emergency. No, he wanted to pull out in front of me to make me stop so that he can get out of his car and start screaming and cussing at me, how I'm a Trump supporter and how I'm racist and I'm white privileged and everything under the book that he could just say. And I look at him, I'm like, I deliver pizzas for a fucking living. Like, how is that white privileged? Like,
Yeah,
I don't I don't understand this. And then I just looked at the guy. And I'm normally a non-conflicting person. I don't like conflict. But I looked at him, and I'm like, so one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to get back in your car, or I'm going to get out of mine, and I'm going to whoop your ass, and then I'm going to whoop your buddy's ass that's in the passenger side. And then you're going to realize you just messed with the wrong fucking pizza delivery driver. And then the guy just left. He's like, well, I don't want to see you back down around here. I was like, well, next time I'll just make sure I bring my friend Petey.
That's right.
Make sure I have a gun on me.
The Nug.
You know what? And it's bad enough because the night that I was down there, I was actually getting ready to go back to my friend's car. Like, Mike knew I wasn't down there to protest. He knew I was down there to cover it. Till I called you that night and let you know, like, hey, if shit happened, I would call you.
Right.
Because I was going down there. Scarlett asked me to go cover the event and to stay away from it, like, not, like, try to get someone in the crowd, but not enough where I was going to get hit.
Oh, yeah. Then interject yourself in the middle of it.
Well, Mike knows what I'm talking about. It's where the skating rink's at.
Yeah,
Mike,
you go by the courthouse.
Yeah, we were over by the courthouse. I was over by the courthouse. I was away from the group. Like, I was at least a block away. I wasn't doing nothing. there was a couple of us down there. One was from a news station. One was an independent organization like Unicorn Riots TLO.
Yeah.
And then us is an independent organization, and we all three got maced. Well, I did get maced. Take that back. I got maced, and then they threw a gas container at us when we weren't even a part of it. And it's like, the fuck? Like, I'm not here to cause any fucking trouble. I'm here to let people, like, and I was telling Mike this, and Mike even said that was fucking shitty of what happened. Because you're not in the mix of it. You're not burning shit.
Dwayne's known me long enough to realize that I don't have sympathy for nobody.
But Mike, you did even say that night that it was fucked, that people who aren't even doing anything illegal gets, fucking hit.
I mean, yeah. But, I mean, you want to be a part of something. There's, whether it's the cops giving the consequences, there's always, if you want to have your action, be ready for the consequences afterwards.
Like, and I wasn't thinking anything of it, as an innocent bystander, just thinking I can go down there and film it.
I just enjoyed the fact that I got to pour milk all over you. That was the best part about it.
He literally had to douse me in milk because TLO, my skin was burning, my eyes were burning.
I mean, that's how I feel whenever I look at him, but,
Fuck you, Mike.
Does create certain feelings.
Wow, TLO. Now I know how you really feel.
No, you can just tell I've watched too much House because I get spiky.
Yeah, that is true. But so, and how I fucking met Mike, and God, Mike, it's been like 2 fucking years, 3 years.
A lot longer than I want to admit.
I was with my mentor the one day, and he was telling me about the Gamer Zone. We'd never been in there, but we've always passed it, and I wanted to fucking go check out what it was. I think it was you and Aaron that night that was standing in there.
Yeah.
When we walked in, and I came and checked it out about a week later, and fucking me and Mike have been acquaintances.
What do you mean? We're still acquaintances. Don't get it wrong, man.
Shut up, Mike.
Leaving them, brother.
But it was like Mike's giving me a lot of good advice. Like when the whole shit with Joey was going on, he's going like, "Dude, you should just leave now."
I'm not going to bring up the best piece of advice I gave you. That doesn't need to be put on the air, but
no, dude, my whole life has been put on air. Go ahead and say it.
Oh, I was going to say whenever you got hit with that STI or
Oh yeah, I did
The
share that.
STD. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go have sex with this girl, and then he's like, well, my buddy had sex with her before, and I'm like, bro, you're gonna catch something. Like I'm telling you, in like a week, like what was it, 2 weeks later, you called me up like you were right, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I got gonorrhea. I'm like, I fucking told you.
Well, okay, so what happened was we were in a polyamorous relationship,
Yeah,
and me and Pat ended up smashing the same girl on the same night, not the same time, but in the same night.
Yeah,
Like one would tap out, one would tap in.
I can dig it.
Well,
I don't know about all that. I'm
Well,
selfish.
I forgot to wear a rubber, and I caught an STD. Let me tell you something. Never again will I do that, because the fact that that shit actually burned, and when your manhood swells up, you're like, yeah, no, you're done.
Well, I still remember the day that him and his ex told me that they were swingers, is the technical term for people nowadays. And I looked at him and was like, "That's not going to end well." And, well, guess what? It didn't end well. The only thing that came out of it was a kid.
That was before we were swingers. That was shortly after he was born that happened. Not really by choice. Every TLO.
Anytime like someone comes to you, it's like, oh, I think.
Well, it was either keep her and the kid, or lose her or lose my kid. You know, so as a father, you know, you got to think.
Especially in the state of Ohio, because Ohio can't get their heads out of their asses whenever it comes to, you know,
mother state.
It's a mother state, so even if the mom's a piece of shit, yeah, even if the mom's a piece of shit, she still gets the kid, even though, you know, the dad might be working a full-time job, has his own place, has everything going for him, and the mom could be someone that's just all messed up on crack and meth, and it might even take 2 years before the dad even gets the custody. Like, I know I have a friend now, her new husband, he had moved back to another state for work, and she had to stay behind because the courts won't give her full custody of her son, even though the father has only probably seen his kid like twice in the last 3 months. And it's like, well, the dad's not really there. The father's not there. Like, he doesn't have his own place to live, and the place that he does live is full of cockroaches, and it's, you know, trash up to your knees.
Yeah.
But you're willing to, you know, just give the mom the custody.
Correct. Oh, yeah, no, that shit goes back and forth, and a lot of states have really back-ass laws regarding that.
Right, but in the same time, too, when that rule came out back in 1998, it did save a lot of women, you know, from a domestic violence relationship, because of the fact that, you know, like, the mother got to get was able to get the kids out of that abusive relationship.
Now, I understand, like, our history, you know, the 40s, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, you know, all the men are coming home from war, whether it be, you know, World War I, II, Vietnam, Korea, even Desert Storm, you know, their PTSD is there, and their main outlet is either one, to smoke, do drugs, or drink. Well, my cousin's husband, he was a really bad alcoholic, and it had progressively gotten worse. And my aunt came down and said, "Look, either you're going to quit drinking, or you're going to lose your wife and your kids." And he gave up the drinking.
Right, and you know,
and some guys, you know, throughout the years, they don't know how to deal with that kind of thing.
Right, and you know, when it came down to the Domestic Violence Act, you know, it was like, it screwed over the fathers, but it saved the mothers. But like I was saying, it was like, I either, you know, basically not willingly but forcefully gave up on my kid, or tried to be in his life as much as I could at the time, even though I knew it was not going to end well. Yeah, or be miserable and not be able to see my kid.
And that was my advice for Dwayne. Like, you're not going to, if you're going to be in a relationship, and this for anyone, I don't care if you have a kid, don't be in the relationship because of the kid, because he's going to grow up and realize, wow, mom is the one that's at fault, or dad's at fault. And guess what? He's going to hate one of you guys for maybe not forever, but for a long enough time until he realizes, okay, I was wrong. I need to, grow up and realize, dad did what he had to do because mom forced him, or dad had to do because he couldn't be there at that point in time.
Right.
Which is sort of how me and my dad's relationship was growing up. I mean, I lived with him for a couple years as a child, and then he had to give me back to my mom, and like it tore me all up and down, like growing up in my teenage years. And then, just as of like I would say the last 4 or 5 years, I've never had a better relationship with my father.
Right. Okay, so this is the cool thing about StreamYards. Inverse Impact said, yeah, but the history isn't always what's best. Let's be real. Times have changed. It's not just cut and dry. Let's be honest. CPS needs to look at the household.
Oh, I agree 100% with that. CPS in most states is pretty fucking lazy.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to a case in California a couple years ago. Teal, I was talking to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
That little boy that was blatantly murdered by his mother and father, the mother and the boyfriend, they beat him. There was an autopsy only takes 3 to 4 hours to be done. It took this medical examiner 2 days because
the poor kid's body was like mangled, basically.
I mean, BBs in his arms, cigarette burns, ligature marks. His body was swollen. Let me go on Netflix real quick and find this because my mom has it in her profile on Netflix.
Show anything that's on Netflix because you know you're gonna get flagged.
No, I'm not going to show anything. I'm going to go look at it.
I mean, you got to bring it up. I mean,
no, I just want to know.
And a word of advice: don't replace one porn for another.
Oh my god! I thought, what was that show? Cuties got flagged.
I hope it finally fucking did.
I was gonna say because that's a whole different version of porn Dwayne doesn't need to get into.
Never would. That's fucking disgusting.
I mean, he said one porn to another, and I'm like, all right, man, Jesus. Next thing we know, Dwayne starts just playing the first 5 seconds of Cyberpunk.
Because there's a lot of gore porn out there right now, and that's the thing. Is like,
wait, what the hell is that?
Gore porn is mangled up dead bodies. People are
no, I'm good. I'm good, bro. No, I'm good.
People killing one another, and like people taking overly invested interest in it, and they go looking online and scrolling through a lot of shit to look at, this person went off and killed his entire family by gutting them, or this and that sort of thing.
Yeah, no. That's a bit weird for my
taste. And there's a lot out there right now for that because there's been at least a half dozen just in the last week or two situations like the one he's referring to. I know the specific one, but there's been numerous people and bodies found from whatever incidents, some from 20, 30 years ago, some from as recent as a couple years ago. So
Gabriel Fernandez.
Yeah, the Fernandez kid, yeah.
He was mangled up, and the medical examiner, and then
mangled,
and then the CPS workers were let off.
Yeah,
the supervisor and the 3 workers that were involved got let off on no charges.
Even though it was their job to protect that kid.
Correct. That boy's
that's a damn shame.
And this is wrong with the system. It's like we don't really get, like, people go into CPS saying like, oh, I'm going to protect the kids, but in all reality, people don't want to question their supervisors, which is exactly what happened in the George Floyd. Not trying to bring this up. What happened in the George Floyd case. TLO.
Yeah, no, it absolutely did, and it's absolutely true. That's the thing. It's like you have to understand, and you have to understand from their perspective. And yeah, what they did was wrong, but they made that choice. That's the thing, is they could have made the choice that, tried to interject and whatnot, and they just had to realize that there would be consequences, and they would just have to deal with whatever consequences came forth from their actions. And so
My
that's
mom's
basically
calling.
what
Hold
it
on.
came down to. Like, do they
Hey.
want to interject themselves, stop the
That
situation, or
Netflix
try and
documentary
stop the
watch, that was Gabriel
situation?
Fernandez, wasn't it? Okay.
There's a lot of his
I was
side
wanting to make sure. I looked it up. I was just making sure that was the right one
Mike?
because we're talking about it.
Have you
What's
been
that?
watching this?
I don't watch any TV.
No,
I don't
I'm
watch
talking about the
TV.
Dwayne Lanham show that's going on here.
Oh, what about it?
That I feel if it was a TV show, that one dork from whatchamacallit would be able to portray him. He played what's his name, Eric, on that 70s show. Yeah, Topher Grace. Topher
Yeah.
Grace is Dwayne Lanham. So he's taking phone calls. He's like trying to be all Hollywood.
Famous.
No, my mom.
The next thing you know, he's gonna like yell at his poor mom. He's like, "You're standing too fucking close to me. If you do this again, you're fucking done. You understand that?"
I wouldn't. My mom would knock me on my ass, bro. You're fucking.
I mean, I told
I don't care who you are. If you were Tom Cruise and you were to try and pull that shit on me, I would
hold on,
knock
Mike
you
didn't
the
get to
fuck
hear.
out so quick you
Hold
would
on,
not
hold
even
on.
know what.
Hold on,
Shit
Mike.
your midget Scientology bitch ass up, like just straight up. You try and talk down to anybody. I'm surprised somebody didn't take a swing at him.
Mike
Because
didn't get to
given
hear
how
this. I'm gonna play
stressed
it.
people are, no, do not play it again, because it's just glorifying that dickhead.
Hold on,
Like, and
I'll
I'm gonna
send it to
say
Mike.
it because he is
I mean, I
so
don't care about Tom
self-centered.
Cruise.
It's ridiculous.
Well, no, he fucking went off on people for breaking COVID-19 protocol on set. And it's like, and I'm sitting here laughing at it, going like, talking about this industry is failing, that people aren't can't put foods on their table or pay for their college education.
I don't really think Tom Cruise is that good of an actor. He just has the face that people want to see on TV.
Now he's a good actor when it comes to the Mission Impossible movies.
You could have got Jason Statham to do those fucking movies, and they'd still be better.
Agreed.
I mean, he doesn't like a bald, buff British guy.
But here's my thing: is like I'm sitting here laughing at this dude, going like, he's cussing people, saying, "If I ever see you fucking doing this again, you're fucking done." I'm going like, that's not your position to be telling somebody that.
Well, no, but at the same time, it's not his position. But if you're like whoever is producing the movie,
Correct.
and the director, like, you're gonna listen to the actor because it's the actor. Like, if you want to work with him again, you're gonna listen to what he has to say. But at the same time, like, I don't see Tom Cruise wearing a fucking mask while he's on set.
No, and that's exactly
Oh
right.
wait, I'm
There's
sorry.
been
You
plenty-
can't
I've seen-
have a movie without having your mask on. All right, what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, no.
Just
there's
see
some
Tom
that
Cruise.
are-
What was that?
some that are-
Maverick or whatever it is, the new Top Gun movie he's doing.
Yeah. Maverick.
Right. People are saying COVID-19 is completely blown out of proportion. I agree, it's real dangerous, but people act like if you walk outside for 1 second, you'll instantly die. See, and here's...
I mean, I wouldn't say COVID does that. The stupidity that comes around with people who might get
Correct.
killed as soon as you walked out.
Correct. I'd say it's more people's reactions or actions during this that are actually more detrimental than anybody's lives. To
Yeah, like,
anybody's lives than-
like I said, I don't really watch the news. Like, whatever I watch is probably mostly just from YouTube. It's stuff that people post. Like, if I hear people talking about it here at the shop, like, I don't care. Like, nothing,
Yeah.
like, nothing that, and I know politics is something I don't like getting into, but this is a perfect example. Like, Trump, I know millions of fucking people don't like him, and there's a bunch of millions of people that do like him. Me,
Correct.
the first time around he went for president, I voted for him. I didn't vote for him because of his politics. I could give a shit less about politics. I voted for him because he's an asshole. And
Nick went
I knew Congress couldn't control the president if Trump was that. That's it. I don't care how many women he paid hush money to. I don't care how many kids he has. I don't care that he bankrupt like 10 fucking businesses. I don't care. I cared because he's an asshole. That's it. He's not going to let Nancy Pelosi or anyone else in Congress sit there and tell him, like, this is what you have to do. And if it's not done like this, then, you know, we're going to blame you for it. And guess what? Now everyone's starting to realize it is Pelosi's fault, and you know it's not working.
Nick,
You got some woman that looks like a big ass bag of dry wax.
hold on. So Nick just commented, said, "What are you guys doing?" Nick, this is a show I do every Saturday here on the Freedom Revolution
Well,
Network.
yeah, because he just tried to call me. I told him I'd call him back later.
And I promised Mike I would bring him on. And with events going on, I haven't really had the time to do a show lately. So I brought him on. So relax.
He ain't gonna watch. He's gonna go play Assassin's Creed.
Oh no, he's watching right now.
Yeah, for about a whole 5 minutes while he smokes a cigarette before he gets back on Assassin's Creed.
Oh, he's playing Valhalla.
Yeah.
Fox.
Of course he is. Fucking nerd.
Well, like Dwayne knows me. Like my idea on the world is so. It's not that it's short-minded. It's just it has nothing to do with me. It doesn't. Like once it has to do with me, then I care.
See, now wait a minute. Like, me and TLO have dissected comments about this before. A fucking mask doesn't do fucking shit. Not a fucking thing.
Which is actually true. Now, maybe it's my fault. I don't know. But my work had gave me a mask to wear. I wore it for like a week. And then I ended up getting walking pneumonia, or best way to put it, Legionnaire's disease, from wearing my mask too many times. Because my work did not want to give me a new one. And I just didn't have enough money to sit there and always have a new one on hand. And eventually, I got so sick that I had pretty much gotten walking pneumonia from wearing my mask. And that's why you don't ever really see me wear one anywhere I go. Unless I'm absolutely forced to wear one.
Correct, and that would be one of those underlying conditions that would grant you the sort of immunity from any of those mask wearing inside and whatnot when you go shopping.
The only downside, the only issue is like where I work at, or where I have my buddy Nick at. Like I have to wear a mask because I don't have the paperwork that the hospital was supposed to give me saying, "Oh, you don't have to wear a mask because you got sick from wearing your mask."
Yeah,
because there's people that might try to come in here and be like, "Well, he's not wearing one." Well, that's because he almost fucking died from wearing a fucking mask.
Okay, so funny story about this whole fucking situation. I went and stayed with Mike in a hotel for a fucking weekend.
Oh, TLO doesn't want to know about this one.
The second night, TLO, me and my buddy Aaron basically had to fucking carry.
Well, we had Austin too.
Yeah, well, Austin didn't help.
Well, so whenever I had walking pneumonia, I was forced to go quarantine, and I had a little bit of money saved up. So I go and get a motel or a hotel room for the weekend. Now, the hotel, literally the only hotel in the whole city that Dwayne's from, sits on top of a parking garage.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's go hit up both my other guys, and we'll come down here and just get absolutely hammered on top of this parking garage.
Well, what happened was Mike's idea was we had
the biggest bottle that I could find of American honey that I had drank throughout the whole weekend. And then we shared it with some other people.
Me and Mike had that gone by the middle of the afternoon.
Like, I probably had half the bottle gone by the time that Saturday morning came around. Like, I did more drinking that weekend than I've done in a long time.
Will you stop? I'm on air.
Who is that? Is that Kenzie?
Yes.
Of course it is.
Tell her to shut the fuck up.
Will you stop?
You will see his bitch ass
I will
Wednesday.
hang up on you. You're drunk. Knock it off.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Tell her to send some toe pics.
Now shush.
It's funny. I actually have kept a few of my ex's drunk calls just because some of them are pretty entertaining. So
I like how he mutes himself.
yeah, right.
He has too much drama. I would never want to be in his shoes. I can't. I hate drama. I hate it so much.
It gets old.
It
Because
does.
trust me, I've met my fair share of drama. So
Like I might seem like I'm 20 years old or 21, but I got the mentality of a 40-year-old.
Now, like I was fucking saying,
I can kind of picture it.
like I was saying, we all fucking decided to get drunk, and Mike's fucking idea, the first shot was the mix, fucking Knob Creek, Jack,
Yes.
fucking Crown Royal, and bottle and fucking Jameson together. All four of us took the same fucking shot. After that, dude,
Except Aaron because he was being a bitch.
Yeah, except our buddy Aaron, who's being a fucking bitch. He's like, there's no fucking way I'm drinking that shit. He took one drink and fucking almost threw it over the fucking edge. But whatever.
Yeah.
So after that, we were all fucking toast. Like it
They got so bad that I started forgetting who the fuck I was.
Like
if I get hammered, I'm one of those people like it's fun to be around until like I've had enough to where I start forgetting who Dwayne is and like start forgetting that I like who I am, and it's like, all right, we gotta put Mike to sleep because he's starting to forget shit.
Well, this was before this, so fucking this was after that. So we're all on the fucking parking deck. We're blaring music. The fucking hotel doesn't care. The cops don't care. We're just out in fucking parking deck having fun, eating Taco Bell, fucking blaring music. We're listening to fucking Bee Gees and everything. Well, fucking Mike. I was walking around fucking drunk, and Mike went like, Dwayne, get your fucking drunk ass back over here and stay near us. I don't need you fucking falling over the fucking parking garage and your mom whooping my ass. Stay the fuck here.
And then
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I ain't been that drunk in a long time.
So we
I
all
haven't
fucking
been
start.
that kind of drunk in a long time either.
So we all start
That's
fucking smashing a bottle of Jameson. Fucking Mike had probably 5 cups back to back because he smashed the first.
I'm sitting there just hammering on everything, and I was well way over the limit.
So fucking, I had to go in and use the bathroom, and me and our buddy both have seizures. He has diabetic seizures, so we walked up to the hotel together to make sure both of us would be okay. Well, I fucking come out, and Mike is just fucking slumped on his ass by the fucking car, laughing his ass off. Like 20, 30 minutes before this, we were all dancing on top of the fucking parking garage, having fun. Mike's fucking sitting there with a bottle of Jameson like this, going like, I can't stand. I can't. And he's trying to say, I can't stand up.
And then him and our buddy Aaron make the attempt to get me into the hotel. And the first one, they tried to get me up, and all I ended up doing was ripping ass on him.
He ripped ass and
hit
fell
my head on the back of the concrete wall. And I just started laughing. And then the second attempt, they actually got my big ass up.
We got his big ass up, fucking escorted him police style up to the fucking room, laid him down, and we left him.
And then Dwayne ends up waking me up so we can go get breakfast. And I'm still like...
Well, he said when it's breakfast time, wake me up.
Yeah,
I want to get sober.
I got up, but I was at drunk sober. Like my body still felt drunk, but like I was there.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh, it's been I'm good on this.
So like me, Aaron, and Austin got done playing Magic, and I fucking go outside and smoke real quick. Come back in, and I fucking put the key in the door, and I walk in, and Mike goes like, "Who the fuck are you, and how the fuck you get into my hotel room?"
Yeah, I was bad.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And if anyone would have just videoed the way I was that night, they'd be like, all right. And everyone I've ever drank with, and I start drinking, it's like the best version of Mike is whenever he's drunk, because the sober Mike's just too much of an ass.
But
I got a point.
We were fucking listening to the Bee Gees, and Mike just started fucking dancing, and he jumped, and you just fucking felt the whole parking garage shaking. I remember Aaron fucking looked at him and going like, Mike, you're gonna fucking murder us by breaking this parking garage. And Mike went like, nah, that's the Jameson in me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I remember sitting there saying that I wanted to hang out with Uncle Jameson some more.
Uncle Jameson.
And then I was trying to drink, not the next day, but the day after. I took Jameson over to my buddies and I started trying to drink it. And I'm like, no. So my buddy, I was like, you can have the bottle.
Dude, that Jameson dude creeps up, and you might went like, I know it creeps up, but I wasn't expecting it to do that.
Yeah. And it didn't take long.
And we're just fucking, like, because, like, I stopped by that Friday night. That's when I was working at McDonald's. They sent me home about 4:30, 5 o'clock because my fucking manager was being a dick. So I called Mike, who was still awake, said, hey, I'm on my way over. Meet me downstairs because you have to fucking use the key card to get up to the fucking hotel floors.
Right.
In the elevator. And he went, so he fucking pours a fucking cup of wild turkey, brings it in the fucking elevator, and he says, here, fucking relax. You're in peace now, motherfucker. Here's a fucking drink. And I'm not even fucking in the
like
hotel room yet.
It was like a gallon of Jameson or a gallon of American honey, and it was like $25.
Wow.
Big ass bottle.
Dude, let me tell you something. You put that in some fucking black coffee, dude, is fucking amazing. Me and Mike did it that morning. And it's like, my fucking mom, Mike took me over because we got my Xbox and shit so we could watch movies that night. And I fucking walk in with a fucking hangover, and my mom's going like, were you fucking drinking? And then we went out and bought moonshine that night too, which was pretty much what I was smashing on most of the fucking night.
Because he wanted to drink again the same night, and I wake up and I'm like, no, I can't drink again. No, I'm not. Like, for me to drink, I have to be in the mood. Like, if I'm not in the mood, I'm not going to drink.
Yep. That's
So
definitely an adult mentality.
That night, nobody's drinking, and I'm going like, fuck it, we got this moonshine we were supposed to drink last night. So I fucking ran upstairs, grabbed this fucking blueberry moonshine, and I'm fucking drinking at it, and Mike goes like, dude, you're going to be drunk before the fucking game was over. Well, everyone fucking learned I can hold my moonshine.
Yeah, and then we just ended up watching, Bumblebee the whole night?
We watched Bumblebee, and I think we watched an episode or two of the Mandalorian.
Oh, I didn't watch The Mandalorian.
I did. But we fucking watched Bumblebee. It was either we were watching that or we were watching one of the Saw movies that fucking Hulu had.
Yeah.
And the only reason we didn't fucking watch Saw is because Mike said if we were watching a scary movie, if we were watching The Dark, and Aaron was going like, no, fuck that, because one of you are going to fucking scare the shit out of me.
Right.
Fucking our friend Aaron's a bitch.
Oh, okay then.
He is, because he won't. He wants to do the stupidest shit, but when it gets to really fucking stupid, he goes like, "No, I'm not a part of this." But brings a fucking bottle of fucking Jack Knob Creek.
Hey, you ever send that video to TLO if you going swimming in Lake Erie at like 6 a.m?
Oh no, I didn't.
No,
So they were fucking throwing sticks out there and making me go swim at 6:30 in the morning, and I fucking stripped down to my fucking underwear and fucking ran out into the fucking lake.
Of course you did.
I got paid $20 to do it.
Only 20? They got you cheap.
I tried to bundle. For
He's
50.
out there in the middle, like neck deep.
Alright,
He's like, I don't know how to
fuck that,
swim.
Like $20, you know you could have at least gotten 50. Are you shitting me, man?
No, I tried to get Mike for 50, and he looked at me and said, "Fuck you, I don't got that much after the hotel." He said, "I would have, but I don't."
I would have gave him the 50, but he never went and fetched my dad.
The stick was his dad.
Oh, you let his dad die? What's wrong with you, Dwayne?
I don't know how to swim, and that was some
You
slip.
don't know how to swim?
Dude, I almost drowned. Dude, I almost drowned when I was a kid.
Have, like ponds or like streams and shit in like Ohio.
Well,
Like,
well, take that back. I know how to swim, but almost after drowning as a kid, if my feet can't touch it, I freaked the fuck out.
well, that's what I'm saying, because I kind of figured if you don't swim now that there is some sort of childhood trauma, blah blah blah. As I said, I've been watching way too much House. Regardless, you can like wade and like sit in a fucking stream and start learning how to float, and that leads to swimming, man. Like you don't have to like just jump into a Olympic-sized pool and shit and expect to
Oh,
start
that
swimming
is
down there.
that's terrible, Impact. No, that's me.
Yeah, right. That's what Mike would have suggested, but you know.
No. You hear stories of the Mexican and Central Americans drinking black coffee. It gives them the energy to swim all the way to America.
It's
That
right.
is somewhat of a good joke. Their hearts would probably explode if they drank that fucking much.
TLO, what was that? What was that one joke you told on air the one night? I want to hear it.
Yeah, we're
wanna
not
hear it
going
again.
down that path again.
No, since said person's not here, I want to hear that joke.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh,
Too many
come
people
on.
had hurt feelings after that, so I want to break everybody's heart tonight.
I can't tell my jokes. I'm not allowed.
No,
Correct.
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
No.
Because yes,
No.
I have a lot that would offend plenty of people, but that's
I
because
can't
I've
tell. I
grown up
can't tell
with
the joke about the
multiple
black man that went to
generations
China.
and understand that jokes are jokes and not necessarily, yes, they are making fun of or I don't know. It makes me mad that people are like dissecting stuff and reading too much into like jokes and telling jokes and what kind of jokes people can tell. Like, oh no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that offends this and that. It's like, well, that is somewhat part of it, but you're sort of like trying to point out commentary, social commentary, and you're doing it via these jokes. And people kind of like take it to heart and take it like in a personal affront and whatnot. And there's definitely way too much of that shit.
No, the one I
Because
like,
people
the
are
joke
too
I like that I've heard
self-absorbed.
recently.
Yeah, like man, I grew up on Eddie Murphy Raw,
Yeah.
and like
Right.
shit. You play that
Richard
to anybody nowadays, and like they would literally have a shit or something else they're not supposed to. So
That's because
Bro.
nowadays people are just fucking soft. I don't care who it is. You got an issue with
Bro.
me saying it. You got an
and that
issue.
is a true and accurate statement.
Bro, growing up with Cat Williams, bro, if people in America now watch Cat Williams, they would go like, oh, he's a fucking racist piece of fucking shit. He's sexist.
Oh, yeah.
He's this.
They
He's
would call
that.
every name in the book. An ist, a phobe, all of it.
Oh, I didn't
Bro.
tell you this, Dwayne. I got a new girlfriend.
Who?
Well, hold on. So I went to my mom's today, and I was telling her about this new girlfriend I got. I told her that she just got braces put on and that I was upset. My mom asked why. And I told her because now all my kids are locked behind bars.
So wait, do you actually have a girlfriend now?
No, that was one of the
No,
jokes I
it
heard
was
over the
just
last
that.
week.
I was about to say, Mike, if you have another fucking girlfriend, there's something wrong.
Look, I might not be the best looking guy, but one, I can make you laugh, and two, I sound like Seth Rogen. That's what counts.
Ha. Ha.
Hell, we had these guys come in today into the shop. I didn't ask Nick what the meeting was about, and one because it's none of my fucking business. But I was talking to him while they were outside, and the one dude's like, "You don't stream, do you?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Man, you really should." He's like, "You got the voice that people would want to hear." I was like, "Yeah, I might have the voice that people want to hear, but I don't have the face they want to see. There's a difference."
Right?
Dude, like, here's the thing: is like, so the place he's talking about, TLO, it's a, dude, I don't know how the fuck Nick did this. He started it out of the basement of his house,
Yeah.
and it's a gamer zone. He has anywhere from the old Ataris up to the new Oculus system
I got you.
that you can
Yeah.
play from 5 to 10 for just $10.
Normally it's 5 to midnight, but curfew in Ohio has us at 10 o'clock now.
Right.
But dude, this place is actually fucking cool.
That sounds like it. Oh, shit.
Dude, you should have been there at some of the fucking all-nighter. Okay, I'm gonna tell this fucking story. So a couple of us were outside the one night. And
Are you going to tell a story about Slap Game?
No, not that one. But there's a motel in the back of where the old location used to be. This motherfucker, TLO, and I ain't fucking lying, comes out fucking screaming, they're shooting me with lasers from the sky. They're shooting me with lasers from the sky. And he's doped up on something. Well, he started going after the girls that were out there, and I stepped in the way. This motherfucker threw me on top of Nick's car, and I'm fucking 280 pounds at the fucking time. This dude's only 150. So he's fucking jacked up on fucking something.
Right.
Well, he fucking runs into the fucking shop, and next thing you know, he's surrounded by two big men and a scrawny ass fucking white guy. And they all told him, like, look, if you don't get out of this fucking shop, I ain't gonna have no choice but to fucking lay my hands on you. And Mike went like, look, dude, I'm gonna give you one fucking opportunity just to fucking
No,
leave.
I wasn't even a part of that. No, you're telling the story all wrong. I was sitting there just playing a game, minding my business.
No, you got involved when he fucking ran over to where the kids were.
No, he was trying to go in the bathroom. I told him he couldn't be in the bathroom.
No, that was Aaron.
But I'm not going to lie, though. That night, I've never once ever heard of a black guy asking for the cops to ever be called on him.
But fucking, no, this is Aaron. Fucking Aaron gets involved, and he's bigger than Mike. And he fucking
he's on air.
And he fucking tells the dude, like, look, if I have to lay my hands on you, you're not walking out of here alive. And Nick you heard fucking Nick yell that night, and I've never heard that man yell, except when I ball tagged him with the car door on accident.
That wasn't an accident. You were afraid of getting slapped by a woman.
Oh, boy.
There was a reason why. That bitch
Given the fact that the woman was built like a fucking farmer's girl and she was corn-fed, I don't blame him.
No, I like them corn-fed girls.
But anyways, fucking Nick calls the cops, and this dude was fucking just screaming the whole time. Nick and them are walking out behind him, going like, I don't want to go outside. They're shooting me with lasers. They're shooting me with lasers. I don't want to go outside. And Mike is just fucking dying going. And he leaves, and Mike finally goes like, this fucking dumbass.
No, I only was laughing because, like I said, I've never once in my whole entire life ever seen a black guy just ask and plead that we call the cops on him. I'm like, normally whenever it comes to cops, they say don't call the cops.
Yeah. Well, he obviously was on some shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we've had all sorts of stories from the old location. We've had some old ass white guy come up one night, and this is whenever the owner was on vacation. And there's the old military guy, and he's sitting outside, and it's me and my buddy, and I think Austin was there that night. I know Aaron was.
We were all there that night.
And we told the girls to stay inside. And this guy's looking at us, sitting on the ground, pissed his pants and all this. And he's like, "You the enemy?" I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we're trying to help you, dude. He's like, "Are you the enemy?"
Oh, boy.
And I wanted to be an asshole and be like, "Yeah, I'm the enemy," but I'm like, "Look, man, you got to keep biking on. Like, you can't be here."
Yep. Leave.
Well, no, the one night, fucking, we were all outside, and fucking, Mike, you remember Chris Russell, don't you?
Yeah.
We were all out in the fucking back patio, and fucking Mike comes out, and fucking, because everyone's fucking hearing yelling, and fucking he hears yelling, and Mike fucking comes out, and he goes like, "Dude, I can fucking hear you outside." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck." And that's when I was having the JCCU. This motherfucker's throwing rocks with the fucking back porch. He went like, "Where? The only thing I have to do is punch him in the fucking mouth and he'll die."
Yeah.
And fucking Mike's going like, "Calm your little fucking titty ass down."
No, that's the thing about me being here at the shop. If I don't like you, that means you're doing something wrong. And the running joke here is that I'm HR, and if you have a problem with HR, you just come and see me, and then people just realize that, oh wait, that's HR. Like, he's not gonna give a fuck.
Right, exactly.
Like
you're barking up the wrong tree, mate.
like I'm the person. It's like, oh, they called you a bitch. Did you deserve it? Yeah. Well, don't come to me about it. You fucking deserved it.
Well, it was like, I've never seen Mike mad. Actually, I take that back. There was one day at the Gamer Zone, this dude just fucking straight pissed him off. That was at the old location in the all-nighter. One of the all-nighters. Fucking dude, it was, you said some dude got in your face that one night and started fucking screaming at you over where you were sitting because you said you took his system.
I don't know.
The rule is on a fucking all-nighter, if you're gone for more than 10 minutes, dude, you lose your seat.
Yeah.
Because, dude, there's 70 people. There were 70 people packed into a small fucking building.
I mean, at the time, it was a small building.
It used to be an old 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, how the hell are you going to say it was an old bar? It used to be like, at one point, there was an old bar back in the day, and then it was like an old Lucky 7, not a 7-Eleven.
Same fucking thing.
Oh,
how is that the same thing? You're not getting gas and playing slots, you dummy.
What the fuck ever?
Jesus. Fucking white people.
You're talking about yourself there, Cracker.
No, I'm not.
You're white, bitch.
Yeah, but there's a level of my stupidity and then your stupidity.
We're all stupid in the fucking Times manner.
So did you just call TLO stupid?
Nah, he's the only one that's not stupid out of all of us.
You just said everyone, though.
Yeah, you did.
Well, there's exceptions.
Fucked.
It's all right. If you wanted to see stupid, you should have fucking watched last night's show.
I want to get on here whenever Scar's on.
People are just acting goofy. That's all. We're goofing around. There's a difference between acting goofy or stupid or idiotic. So.
We were talking about Mayor Lightfoot last night, and fucking I went like, that bitch of an orangutan should never got into politics. Fucking Monday it was Obama, and then fucking Tim went like, the fuck does Trump have to do with this? I went like, motherfucker, it was Obama on Monday, now it's Trump. Like, dude, we were just fucking around, and it's like, you know what? Here's the thing: is like people don't know how to fucking act anymore. Like we were dicking around, and I had to remove like 3 fucking comments last night.
I mean, that's for damn sure.
It wasn't more.
Well, it was all on Twitch, and I was removing them.
Gotcha.
Pam was on YouTube, so she was able to get a hold of the shit she was doing.
Right.
And fucking people are going like, you're fucking racist. You're talking about a black fucking mayor. You're just being fucking moronic. I'm going like, no, we're speaking truth because that lady is a dumb fucking
Hell
bitch.
no, I'm being a honky. That's what I'm being.
It's all right. TLO is watching this, and TLO's mixed. He's black, white, Italian, German.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Not
I'm
Italian.
Black, German, and Irish.
Yeah, thank you.
Jesus.
I thought you had Italian in there somewhere because.
No.
He wishes.
Oh. There's like a sliver of French, I do believe. We're talking like 5 or 6% or something stupid.
That's the 5 or 6% of his mind that says just give up.
But fucking.
No, it's in the other things that I eat gross shit.
But fucking Monday, I used this as an explanation, and I said I'm no way, shape, or form racist, you know. But it's like back in the old days in the 1820s to like the early 1900s, fucking black person walked by a fucking white guy or a white person was like, oh look, there's a fucking nigger. You know, not being racist, just telling them how it was.
Yeah.
That's how it was, and
like nowadays,
there was a point where people were more lighthearted as far as that, and people could tell the difference in the intonation and the intent because people were actually, I don't know, paying attention to that and not their fucking idiotic mobile devices or whatever.
And that's
But
the
yeah,
thing, though.
people
Like,
would walk by, they would call each other whatever, what would be considered hate race, hate speech or whatever. And it's
But
like, they
it
just
was-
do it in jest.
But it was like fucking Twitch just started fucking. I started getting fucking comments from Twitch.
Oh,
Going
of
like,
course you did.
and fucking from YouTube and I know TLO. You said he removed at least a couple comments on Monday,
Just two.
and it's like people like take shit so far out of fucking context.
yeah, but I'm gonna make this very easy for a lot of people, whoever's watching.
There's 6 people.
Here it comes.
There's
Wait
no
for
such. No. For me, Dwayne knows about my past. I had a rough early adulthood. Did something stupid. Ended up paying 2 years of my life in prison. While I was in there, one thing I learned real easy is you have black people and you have uncivilized people. You have Hispanics. You have uncivilized people. You have white people. You have uncivilized people. I don't care what race, what color, pink, purple, fucking Barney. If you're uncivilized, the words are there. The N-word's there. The S-word or whatever you want to put for the Hispanics is there.
Gringos.
Cracker, honky, whatever you want to call the white person, it's there. You want to act uncivilized, you're gonna get named. You're gonna get called the uncivilized words. Want to act civilized, then you ain't got to worry about it.
Exactly.
Like, I've met plenty of people that are civilized, but the moment you want to act stupid and go loot, you want to go riot, guess what? We have words for that.
Well, like, and you know what? I can truly stand behind what I'm about to say. Is like Minnesota had it coming because TLO, when Anonymous came out, what was in the past 5.5 years, 6 years?
Oh, Anonymous has been around a lot longer than that.
No. When he did his video, TLO, the one that we played on there that
when
night.
he actually did the video, it had been like 5 years.
163 black unarmed men that were doing nothing wrong was killed. So I can see why fucking Minnesota burned down half their fucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean the cops shot a fucking 12-year-old.
If you would think of like a civilization's cathartic moment, like humanity was playing Grand Theft Auto.
TLO was standing right there, and the fucking cops shot a 12-year-old girl almost fucking what? TLO, you said point blank range?
They were literally 60 to 70 feet from her.
And they shot her with a beanbagger.
You could see the officers' faces, and the officers sure as hell better be able to see her face in the crowd like that distance. Otherwise, first off, just on general principle, they shouldn't be a cop.
If you're blind,
you're gonna put it
Well,
like, oh, my eyesight isn't that good. It's like, wait a second, you're a fucking person who's carrying around and have a badge to shoot somebody, but you can't see like 60, 70 feet in front of you. Like,
So there was a post while all this was going on, all the riots and stuff, of different countries and what their limitations are for police training. I absolutely agree 100% with that chart that we need to have a longer period of training for our police force. I'm not saying we defund, because the moment that we defund our police force, we're fucked. We need to actually add more money to the funding so that we can
reallocate it to different types of programs.
Yeah, like to where
not just the same old shit.
Oh, you want to become a police officer? Well, it's not going to take you. What is it now? Like 6 months?
6
something
weeks.
like that.
They can rush them in about 6 to 8 months, and I've always thought that.
It needs to be at least, I would say, a year and a half to 2 years of actual training before they get shipped out.
Like, here's my thing, and the other thing I was saying is, like, military personnel, I'm sorry, but you're coming home with PTSD.
Yeah.
You fucking hear a shot get popped off, you're pulling out your fucking gun and shooting the wrong fucking person that's unarmed. Like, fucking stop letting military be fucking police officers.
Of course you felt threatened in this situation, and of course you had every right to shoot them as an officer per the law. And so that's the reason why people are so freaking upset and why it went down here, or this was, ground zero for a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't really blame this shit because, as I said, it was a cathartic moment. It's like what we do when we get home when we have a stressful day. We go online and we, go and log on to Call of Duty or something and, cap some folks. And obviously, if you actually break it down to like a primal level, that can be viewed as pretty sick, but that shit's all in us. It's like a part of us, and it's not necessarily something we'll be able to get rid of. And we just have to acknowledge it. And just like he said, it's basically civilized and uncivilized. So it shouldn't matter what you are, what you believe in, or anything like that. If you act like an idiot, then expect you to be treated like one. That's it.
But the thing with the uncivilized and civilized aspect, though, is there's not a divide. There's just not.
Well,
like Dwayne could have
not everything is black and white.
Yeah. So Dwayne could act civilized for like one day, and then something just snaps in his head to where, hey, I'm gonna go do something uncivilized that people aren't gonna respect. Well, guess what? He's gonna be called a cracker or a honky or whatever someone wants to call a white person.
Yeah.
I don't find either one of them racist, but I just think it's fun to say honky.
Oh, trust me, I've had friends that we used to call each other what would be offensive names, and it was just fine. Like, I was comfortable with it. They were comfortable. And it was a situation that was understood from the get-go. It wasn't like they just did it and I wanted to, fit in or be accepted, or I, actually felt bad about it and wanted to tell them. No, it wasn't anything like that. It's like the names that I didn't like, I told them I didn't like. And they didn't call me that.
If someone has,
somewhat, whatever.
If the term is taken out of context and it's like actually taking out of context, depending on who says it, then I can understand there's an issue.
Correct.
But like me, I won't just call someone a derogatory or racist term to call them it. That's not me.
Exactly.
It's never been
right.
Yeah, you just don't do that.
It's like watching
I have with Pat. If Pat was okay with me calling him the N-word, I still wouldn't do it because it's just not me. But at least I know, if it slipped, he would be okay with it.
Watch. I'll give a perfect example of this.
Things that you don't necessarily mean to say do come out, and it doesn't matter what perspective or what view it is that you may or may not say. So,
well, we were all standing out in the parking lot the one night at the old location. Me and Pat were waiting for the bus to come down the one way, and it was like a half hour, so everybody was stand outside to make sure everyone got out okay, and got to their respective modes of transportation. Because at that time, Perry was fucking getting just fucking stupid. And fucking Nick was messing with Pat and went like, you know what? You're living in a fucking homeless shelter, collecting fucking 4 fucking welfare checks. You got 5 fucking kids you don't fucking care about. You're fucking collecting welfare from the government. You fucking nigger joking with them. And Pat fucking left. Because he thought it was funny.
Yeah, Nick thought it was funny, but at the same time, there's some people that you can and cannot be with like that. And at the same time, I understand maybe Pat didn't say something to Nick like, hey, you were out of line. And Nick would have apologized. He instantly would have apologized. But Pat never brought that up.
And that's how you keep that situation. At least.
And that's the thing, though. Pat's far from that. Pat's. I mean, even though Pat has a slight stench to him from time to time,
from time to time, it's been worse lately.
Well, don't let him get in the pants with your girl, and we won't have that issue.
Fuck off, Mike.
Whenever you share the same set of legs, someone's going to start smelling.
But it's like this. If people can learn to treat each other with respect, and TLO, you have agreed with me on this, and Mike, I know you're.
Hold on.
I know.
I like how you bring this up. Let me just cut you off. I'm sorry. I like how you bring that up because Nick wasn't here. I think he took the day off or something. So it was me and Natalie, And Natalie is a man transitioning into a woman.
Okay.
She's one of the more well-known people at the shop, just like how I am. And we were sitting there talking one night, and I'm like, it's a damn shame that the two people that get along more than anyone in the shop is me and her. And I only say that because I don't agree with Natalie's lifestyle. Hell, it's taken me a long time just to be like, okay, I'm just going to call him Natalie because that's what he wants to be called. And
Right.
from time to time, I do say Cameron. But we had a discussion before we came to our new building outside one time, and there was another girl outside like, well, what gives you the right to sit there and say that you can't respect their lifestyle? I wasn't raised like that. My morals interject with me agreeing that it's okay for this person who was genetically born a man to want to be a female. But after all these years have passed, it's like we respect each other more than anyone in the whole shop because I treat her like a human and she treats me like a human. Yeah, we joke around, we talk around. Like I grew up being a Christian. Like my grandpa would take me to church and all that. And like, to me, I don't agree with someone having that lifestyle, but just because they want to have that lifestyle doesn't mean I'm going to treat them any different.
Right, it's their body, their
and like
choice.
if people actually went with my idea of that, like, yes, there are some people I can't stand to be around because of their lifestyle. Like Cameron, yeah, she'll flaunt the whole like, this is who I am, but I can respect that because she's not letting anyone get in her path of who she wants to be.
Right.
Like, he wants to be a female. She wants to go out and accomplish on having a real pair of boobs, given the fact that they're still going to be fake. He wants to, convert his male genitalia into a female's. And, like, do I agree with that? No, but I respect it because they're not being fake about it. And
Right, and that's the thing where I was going with this, Mike, and you brought up the greatest point, and TLO, you've even agreed with me on this point. Even though you're not Christian, like the last commandment that Christ did give us was to love each other as you have loved me. Treat others, which is basically saying treat others the way you want to be treated.
Correct. And that's the thing, though. Like, if you're going to come off and treat people like shit, I'm the last person you want to be around.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Like me and Mike. Right, like if me and Mike are in the shop, and he's not doing nothing, we'll bullshit for hours or play games, and then it's like fucking Nick comes out and goes like, I thought you two can't stand each other. And we went like, no, we just can't stand to be around each other for fucking multiple days. We'll kill each other.
Yeah, I mean, I can get along with anyone. Just don't give me a reason not to get along with you.
Right.
And like when the breakup happened, when I was going through shit, Mike was literally not saying Scarlett wasn't, but she was. But Mike was there to kind of distract my mind, like when the whole shit was going on in December. Like me and Mike went fucking shopping, fucking went out to Katana's. We were fucking fat for a couple hours. Fucking went and got his car cleaned. He fucking drove around his fucking Cadillac. I don't think I came home to 6:30, 7 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. And I left, Mike? We left at 10:30, 11 o'clock?
Yeah, something like that.
And we just fucked around. And, like, when I came back home, like, Mike was the friend that was there. Like, fucking, we literally let fucking a coin, a fucking quarter, decide of which fucking way we went. If we went right, if we both said fucking the same, if Mike said tails and I said tails, and it landed tails, if we both fucking said it, we went straight. If I called heads and he called tails and I got it, we got to pick which way we wanted to go. And let me tell you something.
If it was heads, we went straight. If it was tails, we go home. And it came up heads, and we kept driving straight.
And we were on 270. What is that fucking highway right there?
No, it was like 39 north or not. I don't know, 49 north.
We were stuck in fucking Shreve. And when I tell you this, it was fucking.
Yeah, we were going like. By the time we realized where we were actually going after we flipped the coin, we were all the way up in like Barberton, Coventry area.
So we were we drove up to fucking I forget where the fuck Mike went to school at. Where the fuck you go to school?
Millersburg?
Yeah, we fucking
The
end up
fact that I
somehow.
managed to actually get there was what surprised me. I ain't been down that way in years.
We fucking ended up in fucking Worcester. Well, trying to get the fuck out, not Worcester, we ended up in fucking Shreve. Now, this is the funny fucking part. When I'm literally telling you, you had Children of the Corn on the right and Jeepers Creepers to the left.
Oh boy.
And we
And,
only,
like-
he's like, yeah, go down this road. I was like, well, I gotta pee. He's like, I gotta pee too. So I just stopped. I'm like, man, if something pops out and bites both of our willies off, I'm gonna be mad.
Right?
And fucking Mike went.
Fucking Harold and Kumar.
Fucking
Yeah.
Mike went like, because Mike's on one side of the street pissing. I'm on the other side of the street pissing. And fucking Mike went like, this isn't Children of the Corn shit. I'm like, we ain't got to fucking worry about Children of the Corn. We got to fucking worry about Jeepers Creepers or a fucking coyote coming out this motherfucker. And he went like, yeah, you right. And he went like, what the fuck do you think would happen? I said, what the fuck would
What do you
happened
think is gonna happen?
if we lost the keys? Fucking Mike opens up the glove box and there's a fucking screwdriver right there.
Oh yeah, I'd be pissed.
He fucking, I'm just having a
Given
fucking
the
screwdriver
fact that
in the
one of
bitch.
those nights we did lose one of my car keys.
Oh my god, yeah, we did. But then we
Yes.
fucking we end up on the bad side of fucking Barberton, and Mike went like, you know what? I'm fucking hungry. We're stopping at fucking McDonald's. We're just getting the fuck out of here. And we asked this girl how to fucking get out of there, and we're like literally 5 minutes away from Portage Lakes. And fuck Mike went like, if I
And
fucking knew
yeah, we're almost on our way home. We're like 5 minutes out of where Dwayne's from. And he's like, no, you got to turn right here. So I turned right, and I'm like, bro, we got to go straight. Like, this road's going to take us straight. And guess what? I was right.
Uh-oh.
And like we were just driving around that fucking night, and then the next night fucking Mike calls me and goes like, dude, get dressed. No, 2 nights later, and this is the night we went to fucking Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And fucking
Because we convinced Pat to go with us.
So our plan was
the whole point with Pat was if we get robbed in West Virginia, we're going to use the black guy as trade bait.
Oh boy.
So before we
I can hear the banjos now.
fucking we took our fucking buddy Austin, who is drunk and high off his ass. We hit
Oh
these
yeah,
fucking
he puked twice. We stopped in the middle of the road so we could all piss. And there's
Dude.
no cars around for miles. But the moment we stopped to piss, there's like 2 semis, a truck, and I'm like, bro.
Well, what the fuck happened was we hit these very fucking windy roads. And fucking, we forgot Austin was drunk as fuck, high as shit. Fucking Mike almost fucking wrecked him the one fucking turn because it was sharp as shit. Fucking Austin.
No. That trip back from Virginia to see my dad, you should have asked Austin about that. That shit was crazy.
But fucking Austin went like, I'm not feeling too good. Mike fucking looks at him to the fucking rear view mirror and he went like, bitch, I don't care if you're drunk or high. You puke in my fucking car, you're walking home.
Right. Miles.
And Pat went like, this ain't a good fucking idea, Mike.
No, because we started hitting all the fucking curvy ass roads there on 43 South, and next thing I know, here goes Austin tapping me on my shoulder. He's like, I gotta puke. I'm like, bro, come on.
And then we're
5
fucking
minutes
driving
later down the road, tapping me again. I'm like, bro. And it was just with him had been drinking all day and then decided to take edibles before we go on this trip. All the roads just got the better of him.
And then fucking Patrick, we're all fucking jamming out to fucking
we were jamming
Billy-
out to something.
We were jamming out to fucking Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. And fucking Pat starts fucking rocking, and Mike went like, Pat, bro, you gotta fucking chill, man. I can feel the whole car fucking shaking.
Yeah, it was bad. He started like going back and forth, and I feel the car jerking and stuff. And I'm like, all right, Pat, now we need you to start moving up and down.
Yeah.
Because we got hit on this really steep hill. I'm like, bro, we got to push, Pat, push.
Oh, boy.
And then fucking Pat started running because we went and fucking seen Heinz. The whole fucking reason we went to Pennsylvania is to go to see Heinz Field. And fucking
I
Pat.
had never seen a football stadium. I've never seen Brown Stadium until we went to Cleveland the one morning. And I just thought it was cool. Like, we were literally like 200 feet on the parking deck, and we could just see the whole football stadium.
And fucking Pat starts fucking running and just jumping up and down because we're at the fucking stadium. And Pat
And I'm like,
Mike
yo, you guys got to stop. Like, I feel this whole parking deck just shaking from them running on it.
Right.
Well, it was fucking Pat mainly because Pat's being a dick, trying to fucking throw Austin off the edge, and fucking Pat tried to come throw me off the fucking edge. And so we fucking start chasing Pat, and Mike went like, Pat, you're gonna fucking kill us, bro. Stop. This is the second time you've almost killed us tonight, bro. Just quit.
Yeah.
We have learned that.
Then as we're leaving the parking deck, it's like 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. And
We
all the
get
nurses,
stuck.
everyone's coming in and all that. And like I'm just blaring Cleveland Rocks down the parking garage. And I'm like, we're gonna get fucking shot.
No, and then we get fucking stuck for about 10, 15 minutes behind the fucking thing because we inserted the ticket like it said, and it fucking jammed.
Of course it did.
So Mike's fucking clicking the buzzer, no one's fucking answering. He clicks it again, he goes like, is somebody fucking there? Jesus fucking Christ, let me out. I want to go home.
Wow.
Yeah. 9 hours worth of driving. I was tired.
Yeah, right.
And so y'all-
Especially because I worked that day. And like Austin had to work the next day and everybody
Everybody
tired.
called off. I had to work the fucking next day. Fucking everybody, and I think we all fucking called off that day. We went like, fuck this, we're not going. But
Well,
the
I only
only-
went because I had the next day off, so I wasn't worried about it. I was just drained. I'm like, bro, I want to go to bed.
fucking, so the only good thing about that trip home was Tim Hortons.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was the only fucking trip. That's the only fucking reason.
Yeah, I almost got in a car accident on the way down to Virginia because I missed the exit to find the Tim Hortons.
No,
There was only one in the whole state of West Virginia. And it's at the very tip as soon as you get in. And I didn't realize there was a car behind me. And there had been cars for miles. Like nobody was behind me for at least 5-6 miles. And Austin's like, look, bro, there's a Tim Hortons. And I try to hurry up and get over. And next thing I know, there's a Cadillac behind me. I'm like, oh, shit. So we had to wait for like 48 hours before we finally got our Tim Hortons again.
But fucking no, you want to talk about trying to get the fuck out of fucking Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? The fucking, when we first went into the fucking tunnel, we went like, oh, this is a nice fucking city, dude. You enter through the fucking tunnel, and it's just fucking scrapers for days.
Yeah, you go up through the tunnel, through the mountain, it just opens up to the whole skyline. It was just awesome.
The only bad thing about it, we seen a fucking homeless man sleeping on the fucking
Just
doorstep
out
of
front, yeah.
business. Mike went like, if I had a blanket in this car, dude, I would fucking hand it to him.
Yeah, like I've experienced homelessness way too many times in my lifetime.
But fucking, dude, and fucking Scarlett fucking calls us while we're in a fucking stadium, and Mike went like, woman, can you leave us a fucking alone? We're having a guy moment. Fuck off. And she went like, boy.
Yeah, right. Like, what did you say?
He called her ma'am and everything.
Oh, that's nice.
We got in the car. And he went like, now look, if she was here, I would have smacked the shit out of her.
I wouldn't have done that.
Right? Like,
Now you're just talking shit, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I knew it was going through your head.
How you gonna sit there and tell TLO that I would smack a woman? That's fucking mean.
You would. I know you would have never done it, but you did say it.
oh, true. It is kind of cruel to bring it up in such
I mean,
a manner.
the only woman I'd ever put my hands on is my sister's fiance, but that's because he's a bitch.
He's not a man.
And
He's
it is
a
a
idiot.
difference, so technically there is that.
You lay your hand on a woman, dude. You're not a man. You're a fucking worthless piece of shit that needs to go back in the dirt.
Yeah.
Well, trust me, there's more women than there are men. So
I know.
It's kind of inevitable that you will end up having to do that. So,
But
Well, someone, I ain't gonna lie, some women need that shit.
well, it's not even that, but I've definitely had my fair share of instances where, let's just say, yeah.
I was at Amanda's house and I was dating this one girl, Mike. You know who I'm talking about, Mom Amanda. And fucking, I was dating this one girl, and this was before fucking Julie. And I was dating her. I was fucking sitting there cooking dinner for everybody, and she fucking starts beating the shit out of me when I have a fucking knife in my hand. Fucking Amanda picked this girl up and threw her through the fucking closet door. She went like, "Look, motherfucker, you keep beating the shit out of my son like this, I'm out to stab a bitch."
Right, about to get shanked.
Like, oh my god! And it's bad enough. Mike had to put a fucking no public display of affection because everyone that comes in that fucking shop is horny as fucking shit.
I didn't put that up. Nick put that shit up.
Yeah, Nick.
Actually.
Yeah, Nick, whoever you are.
He's the owner of the shop.
Gotcha.
This is literally the sign that we have sitting outside.
Well, maybe
No loiter.
maybe it feels like some sort of, sexual sanctuary.
No, you want to
Something
know?
alright.
You want to know? I bet I know why he put that up. It's because of fucking Colin.
Dude, fuck that kid.
Dude, Mike was there for this. I guess he bought this girl $50 worth of shit if he would have sex with her, and she fucking turned around.
No. He was trying to blackmail her, and then she went to Paul or went to Nick, and then like Nick said something to her, and then Nick said something to Colin, and Colin didn't want to get in trouble, so he ended up buying her like $50 of like just shit from the shop area, so she wouldn't say shit. Ooh,
Gotcha.
you might have heard that one. That was a loud one.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those silly situations.
My favorite moment though with Colin was whenever he came in and he ended up dropping his Xbox One S on the ground, and he goes to pick it up because I had thought Nick had dropped something behind the bar, and I'm like, I'm minding my business, I'm playing my game, like I gotta care less in the world, and I just hear this Xbox get dropped, and I turn around as he's picking it up off the ground, and he starts shaking it,
Not go to work, but
and I look at him. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you shake your Xbox after you just dropped it?
Right. Yeah, that's not that smart.
She might sleep in. She drinks.
He had this kid had some pedo status to him.
Who? Colin?
Yeah, he didn't care how old they were.
Dude, Colin the one day fucking tried to hit on a 16-year-old, and the girl went and told
There's
Nick.
definitely a lot of that lately.
Yeah,
so.
that was the same night he had to buy that chick like $50 and shit.
No, this was another night that you weren't there. Fucking Colin did it again, and Nick yanked him up and took him outside, and that's when he got banned. That's when he got banned for the 30 days he wasn't allowed in the shop, remember?
Yeah.
I almost got banned because I accidentally broke a fence in the middle of a fight.
I don't know. I think it's funny because the last time I heard about Colin, he was with this one chick that I ended up smashing a couple years back, and I'm like, oh, he's got my sloppy seconds. That's funny.
Colin can never make a relationship work because it's all about sex to him.
I mean, that's how. I mean, it works for him and the chick that he was with because she was a nympho. So,
Correct. You have somebody who's
like, I wasn't even trying to get with this girl. I just wanted to smash the smash.
Yeah. It was one of those sort of symbiotic relationships in a
Like,
Oh yeah.
purely natural nature way.
Like I can't stand this kid. Like Nick had to stop so many people from beating this kid's ass, and Mike finally ended up stepping in and went like, "Look, dude, Nick expects me to save you. I'm not saving you. You get your ass beat by somebody, dude. I'm just gonna sit there and laugh."
All right, Dwayne. As much as I want to keep around, I'm gonna hop off.
All right, man. I'm gonna end it anyways. We've almost been on for 3 hours.
Yeah, I was about to
You
say
about-
my battery's pretty close here.
You about to go to bed, Mike? Or you about to go finish playing your game?
I'm gonna finish my game and then go to bed.
All right.
All right, man. It was fun. Thanks, guys.
Don't
Yeah,
click
yeah.
and just hit your home screen, and then close the app. Hit your home screen and just close the browser. It
Okay.
will. All right.
Bye bye.
Later. Bye. All right, guys. So as you heard it, we are ending it for the night, guys. Thank you so much for being here, TLO. It was a pleasure being back on here in the night talk, guys. Me and TLO are gonna get more at it here in the next couple of weeks. You're gonna start seeing us again on Saturdays. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember that we have the Liberty Librarian, Journey into Freedom, the original Red Pill Show, Clarity After Dark, Wednesday evening services with me. TLO might be, once he gets his stuff up, I don't know. he might start his own thing.
Yeah, I may or may not. No, it's highly likely I'll probably be doing some sort of movie review, culture, entertainment, music, that sort of thing.
And then you have the night talk. And if you guys want to donate, actually, I didn't say this the whole show. I'm getting bad at that. I keep forgetting to say this. If you guys want to donate,
this is the first show back after a while, so we'll chalk it up to that.
right, go to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com. And if you guys donate over $50, you guys get a free Freedom Revolution Network t-shirt. But guys, I'm going to end it here. TLO, do you have any other words you would like to say, my man? Ending
Just
words.
try and do your best to enjoy your family and friends and loved ones. Take care of yourself, but definitely don't forget about other people and the rest of the world. And definitely don't forget about your furry animals. I've noticed a lot of shelters are starting to get a lot more animals because people are feeling overwhelmed. Don't give up on your creatures because they are part of your family.
Amen to that.
Even if you have bad luck and whatnot, it's always good to have a furry friend. And I hope you all enjoy whatever holiday you may be celebrating.
Right. Guys, Merry Christmas from here on the Freedom Revolution Network when it gets to that day. From the seas to the skies, from a great nation made by God and under God. Good night, universe. And we